Hello, everyone. So today
Yeah,
it's
hello everyone.
me and Lee Roden. I don't know if Shill's coming on. He doesn't have to. If he's probably busy, so that's okay. But yeah, really, just doing it. I think this is going to be the last live I'll probably do for about a week or so because I'm going to take a break. I think, mate. I'm going to start on my book. So
Yeah. Have you done anything on it yet? Or you got a basis to it?
yeah, I've started it. I've started talking about. Hold on. Okay. Started the chapter on it. Oh, get it out.
It's all good.
Hold on.
It's time, bro.
Yeah, quite a bit so far. How energy in our body works. That's the first one.
Yeah.
So I've got stuff like Buddha describes 4 basic foundations of mindfulness. So we've got mindfulness in the body.
Yeah, brilliant.
Pay close attention to our body feelings. So experience tightness. So stuff like what was it? Mindfulness is what Buddha's used in it. It's not saying the whole thing, but
that's what we use to receive, and
it looks at how our body works with all sorts of stuff.
yeah.
So I've got foundationalness. So you've got primary, secondary feelings like quality of feeling uncomfortable, project on every single experience we have. There's we've got positive energy, negative energy, and neutral energy.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can build up on it's good to stay in the neutral side of it, and on plus on the positive, because sometimes a positive effect can also have a negative effect on the downside. But that's if you believe in like karma.
Yeah, duality.
I don't know. I don't know if I buy all that bollocks, to be honest, mate.
No, that's fair enough. Got to be open-minded to
Because it's set on principles, in it again, isn't it? So,
when I was younger, I used to be big on positive thinking, but when I realised fucking positive thinking don't fucking do miracles, does it?
not all the time.
Positive
No, I
thinking's
mean,
good.
I've looked at some of my family saying, "Oh, we're going to be out of lockdown and we're going back to normal very soon," and they've been saying that, and I've been saying, "No, we're not," and it hasn't got them anywhere. They've been disappointed. And it's part of the playing the games, because they play that hope games. Like, I was watching Hunger Games the other day, and one of the quotes that was said by the evil mastermind in the Hunger Games was, "Give people a tiny bit of hope to work for, but don't give them too much. Enough hope for them to have faith in your system."
It's like dangling the carrot as such, yeah?
Yeah, dangling the carrot. That's what the government doing now, aren't they? Dangling the carrot. People are trying to catch it.
Making that fucking carrot miles and miles away from where the people are there at the minute, ain't they? Keep moving the goalpost, as they say.
Yeah. I've just done a couple. I've literally spurted out a few videos. Like, I've got some to upload. It take a long time to upload though. Like, it can take sometimes if I upload it from my phone, it can take up to about half an hour. But if I upload it on like my tablet, it can take up to about 5 hours sometimes, 4 or 5 hours.
Jesus. See, I do find
I've just uploaded one that I did yesterday.
I do find when I upload a video which I've made myself, they take forever, and then when I mirror one, they just come up in pretty much a flash.
Yeah.
Not a flash. Someone can take ages on the mirrors, but I just mean, like, say 8 times out of 10, they're rapid when you mirror a video. It's just like straight up there, 10 minutes.
And then on my laptop, if I upload a video on my laptop, which is very rare now, that can take up to that. I have tried it before, it a few times, and it does work, but it does take a very long time. It can take a day or so.
What? The phone's the fastest out of the 3?
The phone's the fastest out of the 3, yeah.
I didn't realise that. I'd have thought
if you think about that though, they probably want that. They want They've done that so people use the smartphone. You see, but
Mm.
it shouldn't change it. If you all we need is patience, and you can upload it because I mean, you know, it will take longer on a computer. Everything normally does take a bit longer on a computer than a phone. But, you know, like I said, that's what they want. They're trying to make phones faster than computers so people switch to phones and stuff and smart devices.
Yeah. It's
Part
the
of the
summer
agenda.
solstice tonight, isn't it? The
It
old,
is, yeah.
I think it eclipsed, doesn't it? In some parts of the world, yeah?
Yeah.
She'll send me something earlier where eclipse means
21.
it means
21
stop.
on the 21st year. Get this, 21 on the 21st year of the 21st century.
333. Nuts.
Yeah, and the 6th on the 6th month. On the summer solstice. There's quite a few things. Very special day tomorrow.
Yeah, wow, there's the stroke of 12. Well, in Australia it's already gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is mad how it works across the world, and then America got to wait about 6 hours for us. After us, yeah, sorry, get my words out right. We've got to wait for America to catch up with us.
I think New Zealand's one of the first places to go into in it.
Do they always hit the time
first places to go into the next day?
Right, that makes sense.
We're on the Greenwich Mean Time. We're on the Greenwich line.
Did you ever see that? I can't even remember who said it now. It's someone famous, but some character anyway. Said, if you want to know if the world's going to end tomorrow, have a look at the news in Australia, because obviously Australia's ahead of us. Yeah.
Yeah. It's normally could say that, but it's normally like the Middle East or America, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seems to give there.
Did you see all that blackout today? There's today, it was yesterday, to be honest. I only clocked it today, though. All of America's been blacked out pretty much all of yesterday. Not all of America, but a big part of Los Angeles, I think. I was halfway through watching it. I didn't finish it up. I burnt my pizza, so I ran up to get that while I was watching it a bit. Yeah, it was bloody quite interesting. There's all cyclones and everything hitting over there. It makes you think they're sending weather weapons, but it could be that, or it could be cyber attacks making the power outages.
Well, yeah, cyber attacks on the government.
It's a good chance, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't looked at that really. I should look. I don't look at the news as much as I did. No, I do occasionally, but like last time I was always looking for updates on the news, see what it is. But just took a step back from that. I've just done a video on it'll probably be uploaded like tomorrow or the day after though. But I've just done a video on how I talked about before how the world's a stage, and I had an idea that what I'm going to do is take a step back from it all. Not take a step back what's going on around me and just observe it rather than be a part of it. If you know what I mean. Yeah, observe what's going on in the world and analyze what's going on. Look around you because it's all drama. It's all no matter where it is. Yeah, you got the main people on the world stage doing they're playing their roles, playing their characters, knowing that they're actually actors. And of course, you've got the sheep, the people that are actually the extras in it. And it is like watching a big TV show or movie, and that's a good way to show that what the world is. You know, it's like a one big TV show. And how I look at it as well is like, every day is every year is an episode. Every century is a season.
There's a series. Yeah, season.
Series. Series or season. Yeah. And we're on the 21st century, aren't we, at the moment? And so that could mean season 21. Now, how I look at it is maybe on the Gregorian calendar, 2021 years ago, or should I say 2021 episodes before it all started. And that's when the TV show or the show started. And that's what the Gregorian calendar is, building up. So it's a show. It's one big show. And it started since the Gregorian calendar began. And the actors are playing the roles and it's moving forwards. Following their narrative of his story, history. His story, history. So it's like a big storyline. It continues.
Then, weren't they?
Pardon?
They had I think they had 3 calendars back then, didn't they? Because they had one for the time. I think they had one for
It
the
wasn't
solar
always the Gregorian calendar. I think is not the real calendar. I mean, spring starts when it's still cold. Spring should start when it gets warmer and the flowers start to show. Not like oh no, sorry. The new year should start when the flowers start to show up and the trees
Make more
leaves
sense.
start to grow back. Not when it's still winter.
Still dying, yeah.
So
The dead.
the Gregorian calendar, how it starts is the year starts when like January the 1st. That's the year, but it's still cold and it's freezing.
I think they do that to try and pick people up though, because they're down from the cold weather as such and that, isn't it? So it's like a
I think
boost of
originally the year started, bro, when it started to get warmer and the flowers started to appear in spring.
Yeah, man. Makes much
Maybe
more
like
sense.
March, April time. Well, it depends where you are in the world, I suppose, doesn't it? Because it's obviously going to be different all over the world. But yeah, my theory goes about that. His story, you know, they could call it his facts, but they decided to call it history.
Or just call it facts. So it's not no fucking.
I look at it because I got email. Someone emailed me about it saying they didn't feel great either because they're all the family's not waking up, and it can be quite like it can make you feel like really down and like
demoralizing,
and make you feel mentally unwell. Like because honestly, I have as well. So I just come up with the idea that you just take a step back and stand your ground, say no, learn to say no, and you know, answer to yourself and no one else, because no one has authority over anyone in this world. It's just an illusion.
Very true. The government, you break it down.
They break it down, yeah.
Yeah, basically break the word down. It means govern the mind.
But going back to the stage thing and the 20th the centuries and the years been seasons and episodes, and it's all just one big storyline that's gone on for 2021 years. And we're on a 2021st episode. I mean, we were all born in the 20th season, but we've continued into the 21st season. That makes sense. And it's always an ongoing narrative and changing its genre all the time, changing its. What does it do in a pantomime and theatre? They always change their clothes, change their way of change. You always change of clothing, change of fashion, and that's what it does in time, isn't it? Like you know, if you went back to the 60s, you could tell it's the 60s because of the types of clothes they're wearing. It's like
everyone's
change of fashion. And it's just, it can be similar in a theatre. So that's how I'm.
How many times when you were growing up, Jack?
In my way of thinking about it, anyway, to make me feel better.
Yeah, you know, when you're growing up, how many times did you get the same clothing items as your friends? Like did someone
I know. It's like
you all got the same selection as such, so you're all like robots, clones, almost dressing the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like trend. Everyone follows trends. That word trend.
No, can't have your own character as such, then, can you? Because you're copying everyone else like a robot.
Yeah.
I'm just checking the comments. Shield's down.
Oh, sorry, I don't need to look at the comments. Joining the dots. Hello, Wido. Hey, vegan realist. Hello. I could be wrong. Hello. What's that? Buddhism is typically taught involve breaking down layers of ego to nothing and rebuilding. Can be very dangerous. Yeah, Buddhism. The top Buddhist guy is actually a Freemason himself. So
didn't you get the jab? You shared a video of him getting the jab, didn't you?
Well, on him getting the jab.
Yeah, I thought he did, didn't he? Or was he promoting it? It's that Dial Blake you're on about.
Did I send it?
I think you've shared it before in the past, don't you? Or am I getting mixed up and you've just
probably getting mixed up.
You might have sent it me off. Yeah.
Did he promote it? Or did he get it?
Yeah, he said he had it, yeah. Can't remember his name now. Is it Lemma or something like that?
I don't know. See, I don't even know his name. But I know he's a Freemason because he's done the signs.
Part of the club.
See, they create all these religions, don't they? Create division again.
I want a new one.
Why Docos, isn't it? That's proper northern, that.
Yeah. So your plan is to have a little breakout, then, Jack?
Yeah. Well,
Refresh.
just take a step back. Yeah.
Do
Not
some
take a
tree
step back.
climbing.
I'll probably still do videos and all that, but I probably won't do a live like this week because both my mum and her partner are back this week. I mean, I'll probably get a day where I can if they're out, but I could do it in the day, I suppose. But I'm normally out in the day. I prefer it's better at night.
Mm-hmm.
But I might do one. I don't know. I never really do live that much, to be honest. Do I? It's not really my thing. It's good to talk to people though. I don't really talk to anyone, to be honest. Anyone that's awake.
Well, if
It's
you're
good to
stuck in
talk
the
to
yard
people who
and
are out,
there's
know
no
what's going on.
you're stuck in the yard and there's no one the same wavelength, it's not good, is it?
About to turn
It can drag you down.
BST beast.
Yeah, she always had something earlier about the Eclipse. It's got a connection to software as well. And software talk, yeah. I
Software.
think yeah, Eclipse. You must know because you're into computers, ain't you?
Oh yeah, I've looked into stuff like motherboards and circuit boards and how they resemble cities from a bird's eye view.
Yeah, man.
Crazy. And they've got all the little arches and the inputs and stuff and the roads.
Well, you break one down before you sell?
No, I haven't done a video on one. I probably will. I might do a video on one. Might be interesting.
No, is that what you do though? I'm asking. Do you break the computers down yourself and?
I don't do that. I'm not. I don't know why people think I'm a computer nerd. I'm not. I'm not really that good at computers, bro. I did work experience at school. I was at a computer place called Second Byte, and you just break computers down. But I'm not like a genius or anything like that.
I get you. But you know about them to talk about them, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
not a massive fan of technology anyway. Not like it used to be anyway. Now I know like a lot of it's evil.
Techno prisoners.
What have you found out anyway? What have you done, Lee?
What have I found out?
Yeah.
Not a lot really, but just always prowling around, having a little look at shit and that. It just seems like, if I'm honest, they're stirring it up over in the China ways. Seems like
China.
That's something. Yeah, they've got. I think US are going to fund Singapore with loads of fucking weapons or something, and that's going to start something off. It's going to have a retaliation thing. So, but then Singapore are going to be like backed by US. Do you get what I mean? It looks like that's where the story's going. Might be taking it away from Taiwan now because there's some big, massive military.
I had a theory about the UK doing a U-turn and changing sides, but who knows?
Well, that would make USA a lot weaker, but I don't know if the plot would go like that because they probably want to put all the West down together, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
If that was their plot.
Well, then they've got their twists, haven't they? I mean, another country could switch sides as well, you know. They've done it loads of times, haven't they? Japan and Germany used to be against us, but now they're on our side.
I know.
The UK could change sides and another country could swap.
In them wars, Russia and China on our side as well.
Maybe the US, that we become like communists, and the countries like Russia and China become new democracies.
Yeah, so flipped.
Yeah, but then again, it's, you know, we all know that they want to get rid of democracy altogether. That's their aim. So I think it's just dissolving the governments. I know for a fact they're exposing the governments. They want to dissolve the governments and expose them and replace them.
They want a whole new foundation, but
sorry,
that's what it seems. It looks like they want a whole new foundation, doesn't it? It does look like a ship house.
You can see it because the mainstream media are really pushing it to the point where they're making all the politicians look bad, all the leaders, like Dr. Fauci, all of them, Matt Hancock.
Yeah.
I mean, I showed you that, didn't I? I showed you that screenshot of what Sky News put about. I can't remember his name, saying about he wants the government replaced altogether.
Oh
So I
yeah,
think
the other
they-
side, weren't it? Was it? It weren't a Liberal. It was Labour Party, weren't it?
I'll just have a look at his name. Didn't he say he
Yeah.
wanted to switch sides or something as well, from Labour to Conservative,
I
or Conservative
think
to
so. Yeah,
Labour?
and he wanted to chuck them out. He wanted them out. I did read it. What you said.
That's it. John Bercow, whatever his name, quits Tories to join Labour, saying this government needs to be replaced. So he's quit Tories to join Labour. Now Labour's very social, aren't they? Quite socialists. So
Funny, isn't it? So they've just basically.
if they replace the government, they'll replace the government with like a socialist or a dictator. So they dissolve all the governments, and then all the countries get their first dictator.
So. I was trying to think who'd be the dictator over here. Who do you think it would be?
What, the dictator? Fuck knows.
Yeah,
could be
over this
someone
side.
not in the light at the moment.
Could
Could be someone giving speeches. Could be someone giving speeches to big crowds of people.
Just trying to think who that could be. It's obvious over the other side of the pond who it's going to be, but
you can see there they want to get rid of this government. They want to get rid of the royal family and replace it. It's so obvious.
Yeah, Charles ain't gone off to the thingy for
World Economic Forum.
Yeah,
World
he ain't
Economic
gone off
Forum.
there.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's got in bed with Klaus Schwab with all this.
Oh, Satan Claus.
Yeah,
the bad guy. Looks like the one out of Star Wars, doesn't he? Did you see that thing when they knighted him and that? And he come out with all these...
reminds me, there's a new Bugger Nation Street. I'm not even from that area of the UK. I'm more to the other side of the north.
But we've got funny voices to people there. Everyone all has different accents, don't they?
Yeah.
So we were saying the other day,
a lot of Americans saying they like my accent.
Mm.
Love your accent. Where are you from? Where do you think I'm from? I don't know. It's very hard to tell because you want apparently the way they see English people or they hear English people is they normally have like a proper like southern accent, don't they? You know, they don't
put on the London accent.
When they put on a London accent or a proper like Southern England accent. They don't think of people like in the north of England really.
Don't see them putting Scouse accents on.
You're the nearest Manc of all of us. Well, fucking Manc. I'm like 2.5, 3 hours away nearly. Manchester, jeez. I'm more closer to like Leeds. I'm more closer to Leeds and Hull and all that lot. In fact, Leeds is closer to Manc than I am.
How long does it take you to get to the Dales over there?
To the Yorkshire Dales?
Yeah, I've done some work over there before. It's nice.
An hour or two, an hour and a half.
Yeah, so that's still quite a bit, but not as long as Manchester, yeah.
God, no. Manchester, Liverpool and all that are the other side of the north to where I am. It's like
Oh, you broke up then, Jack.
They're on the west side. I'm on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was looking at a website. Sorry?
Have you been Manchester?
Yeah, I've been to Manchester quite a few times.
Yeah, I have. I think I went up to Old Trafford twice to watch the football.
I went to watch the football though.
Yeah. I wouldn't be going there now.
Red Devils.
Singing their satanic songs.
Yeah.
It is mad when you look back at how you went into football and then come away from it as you get older, isn't it?
Yeah, you realise what a farce it all is. It's all just a show. It's a shame, really, because the team.
Do you remember the fantasy football books? It was Fantasy Football League, I think it was called. It was like a little magazine you used to get weekly. Were they out when you were a kid? Yeah.
We had Match Attack.
Yeah, what was that with the stickers?
Yeah, the cards, and what you did is you collect every player and you put them in a book.
Yeah, I remember them. I weren't
And
actually
I
on back
remember
then.
getting. Do you know? I remember getting Cristiano Ronaldo, and I had like all the kids at school trying to trade me with all their cards. And you know, even though I got quite a lot of good cards from this one kid that gave me his players, I regretted it because I never found a Ronaldo again. I've all the card. It was one of the few cards I had, and I gave it away, and I never because it was quite rare. So
remember, it was swap, need. That's what everyone used to say, weren't it? I think they banned them now, ain't they?
Pardon?
Yeah, I think they banned them now. You know, I don't think kids are allowed. I don't think kids are allowed to take them to school. Nah, and they were fucking one of the only, well, not one of the only good things, but they were one of the good things, especially when you're on break time, getting all your fucking 30 things out and trying to swap.
It's kind of like a football version of Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon.
Yeah, what I was on about
you don't really play like games with them. You just trade.
Yeah, collect them up
or
and then
collect them, trade.
Yeah, I think once you fill a book up,
we all quite a few of us had books for them. So.
I think once you fill a book up, you can get some.
Yeah, I got all the I had all the Leeds United players at the time as well. So.
Now, what I was going to say though, there's another magazine that was like fake football in it, and they'd have the shittest team you could think of in the world, like Sutton Coalfield or something. They'd be #1 in the Premiership, and that's what football ended up being like to me as I grew older. You know, it's like this magazine come to real life. I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Now you got fucking Leicester winning the Premiership and all that. But it was even before then. You could see the corruption and.
Well, it's a shame because I was a Leeds supporter. They've never really been in the Premier League in the last, well, especially in my lifetime. They've really been in the Premier League, and they were before.
I don't think they have been in the Premier League, have they? I think that was Division 1, weren't it? What did they call it then? Yeah, Division 1, weren't it, back then?
It could be, yeah, but they haven't been in the Premier League. So year they got in the Premier League and then finished 9th this year, so they did really well. They finished in the top 10 in the Premier League. And it's a shame because now I'm not really that bothered because I know it's kind of like it's all like a.
You'd have been too young to remember Cantona playing for Leeds, wouldn't you? Do you remember Eric Cantona being at Leeds? You'd have been way too young for that, wouldn't you, Jack?
Yeah, I know him. Yeah. I know where he is.
He was at your place for a bit, but I'm guessing you'd have been young for that.
But now I'm not really that bothered about football. I think it's good to know that you.
Have you? Gav, it's Shillane in the back door.
Pardon?
Jack, Shillane at the back door, is he? You ain't left him locked out the back door of the room, have you? You've been checking it.
What?
Shell, has he tried coming into the panel at all?
No, he's not. I don't know where he is. He said he. I don't know if he's coming on or not. He said he was listening for some reason, unless he's
he's busy, is he? No.
Yeah.
I weren't sure. I just didn't want.
But with Bamford, he's done a really good job for Leeds this season. But then again, we all know it's all like rigged, innit?
Yeah, who's your big man funding it now? I can't even remember the name.
The fun out of it.
You got some big funder at your club, ain't you? What's his name? Putting all his money into Leeds. No, the one. Yeah. What's his name? The one who owns.
I don't know. What is he funding? Ellen Road, is he?
Yeah, he'll be a big Freemason, won't he? I can't think of his name now.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Over in fucking, I think it was Colombia.
I don't look at stuff like that, to be honest. But
yeah, I think Pablo Escobar had his own football team, or a team that was like he owned. And then there was another one as well called, I think, Milianos or something. And that was like a big millionaires syndicate for that football team as well. That was well corrupt over there in them leagues.
Yeah.
Used to get dogs running on the pitch and stopping the ball going in for a penalty and that. They let an animal run on the pitch. Fucking crazy shit. And then they just let the results stand at that. Fucking nuts over there. Should be retaking the penalty. Yeah, it's right corrupt over that side of the world.
Yeah.
You've seen all the Brazilian stuff there, ain't you?
Pardon?
I'm just saying the football's wild corrupt over that side of the world, and you've
Oh
seen
yeah,
all the
in like South
symbolism.
America way. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
It
you've
is.
seen all the symbolism in Brazil.
Oh yeah. You've got that one with the Masonic compass. I remember that. Jeez.
I think nearly every fucking page you were checking was in the crew, weren't it?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, but all of them were celebrities though. But it seems that they were showing it a lot more off than what our celebrities do. For example, they might they might have to hide it a little bit more if they don't want to be exposed.
Didn't you
As it's all
send me
coming out
something?
now.
I know it was from the fucking BBC of all people, but didn't you send me something from now that was saying that they'd made all churches or satanic worship places?
Yeah. The one there a post about saying there was a Christians trying to rebuild Satan's church or something. It was actually called Satan's Church or something like that. Very bizarre story. That was what the BBC News. That was on the BBC News page.
So they put it in there in about fucking 50 million stories, so no one really takes note and just passes it off. Probably the only real bit of truth fucking reported in about 6 months.
Yeah. I saw a post from Justin Bieber actually. He mentioned about how he was talking about Jesus, and he's got the cross and all that. I think he's got Jesus written in his hands, and he promotes Jesus.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking, why? How can you promote stuff like that if you're like a Freemason?
someone showed me something of him a couple of months back, and it was like a song of him 10 years ago, saying, don't basically, or being all spiritual and that, saying don't be materialistic, yeah. And then a song that he's just released, I think at the beginning of this year, is saying that he's basically selling himself to money and all this shit. It's like the complete opposite message, that he was giving all them years ago.
But he was doing symbolism when he released that frigging, what was it, that baby song?
Oh yeah, they'd agreed him from the 33 Club, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
In Brittany, fucking Justin, they'd have all come through that. Plus many more. They get
if they get him young, when the brains are developing still, it can have a massive effect on them. And you think, why are they getting into the drugs and the alcohol that they
do? That fucking
with all the shit they have to go through just to be famous, all the shit they have to go through just to be famous. I'm not siding with them or anything. I don't have any empathy for them for what they've done.
On the head before though, Jack, when you said it's probably in the bloodlines, isn't it?
Yeah, but they seem. I think if you got, it's pretty disgusting, really. Getting all these younger people, even kids, to do it. They're born into it, really, and they'll never understand what a normal life really is.
Of course, because they're always stuck in that world. Oh, my dog's turned out now.
Materialistic world, a fake world, not the real world. And they are really building a materialistic world now, aren't they?
Oh yeah, everywhere you go. Like just going back to my old place, every time I go back there, it looks a little bit more high tech. It does, especially at night time. They've made it all look like it's only a small place, like the way the buildings are. They're not no skyscrapers or nothing, but they've done all these like skyscraper things that light up at night to make the city look all high tech and all like big skyscrapers, even though it's not. It's just to try and give that image to visitors as such. Yeah,
smart city, innit?
Yeah, someone was
all the smart city stuff. I've got a video coming up on smart cities. I'm hoping it don't get taken down because there's a video in it. So.
On one of the high streets in Aberdeen, Jack, they've got a thing where you go up to it with your facial recognition. It checks your temperature for you and that, and it's just like a public.
They're quite frequent in Japan actually now.
Looking weird.
Yeah. I've got a video on smart cities coming out, and it's. I'm hoping it don't get taken down for copywriting because there's a few videos I'm looking into, and it just because they've made this video, they've promoted a smart city in China, and they made it all like it's all utopic and all good and everything, saying that how beautiful and all it is and all that, and it's just me and I'm just talking, saying it's actually the opposite, and I'm trying to explain what they really mean by what they say. So I'm hoping it, because it's a good video, I think, but we'll see.
Fair play. Got that one on the load now?
It's ready. It's one of the ones I'm ready. I've got a few videos to upload, so
Yeah, man. Keep my eyes open for them.
I might do a couple of more, because I don't think when my mum and partner are here all week next week, I'll probably only get 1 or 2 videos done. So
Where did
got
they
quite
go
a few
then?
to upload. It's very hard now to. For some reason, I'm definitely getting shadow banned, because I promote my videos, I share the links around, and it just doesn't get anywhere. It doesn't get views.
No,
You got the trolls disliking the videos, of course, and that's of course just to get a reaction. But to be honest,
I
it doesn't
tried
really give
doing
me a
a few
reaction.
of your links the other day, and they just kept disappearing after 30 seconds. You go back and they're gone because they've deleted them.
Really?
Yeah, they do it on mine as well. They're fuckers there. Pisses you off. You
Yeah.
never get to
Maybe I get more
link
views than what they're showing us, but it's weird sometimes. I don't know if it's the trolls fucking with me, or it's just YouTube doing it. But sometimes I'll have like 20 likes, and then I look the next day, it's gone back to 16. It's
fuckers,
weird.
ain't they?
Unless
Do that to
some
me.
account's been taken down.
That
But
you know that one that went really viral of mine. One day it was on 50,000, and the next day, not even the next day, it was in about an hour. It went down to 44. Thought, yeah, give me
yeah,
44.
it's weird, isn't it? They're definitely fucking with us. Definitely.
Did your parents go away for a few days and so you got a bit of space? Yeah.
Yeah, they've gone to Liverpool.
Have they heard any rumours on the news about the vaccinated not being allowed to fly yet?
Do you know, I told them about that, but they said, "Oh, well, I'm not really bothered. I'll just wait for it to wait so we can again, and we're not really going on holiday anyway to abroad this year, so it doesn't really matter." That's what they said to me, and I just can't. Some people you cannot compute with them. You cannot communicate with them. Some people just do not get it, Lee, and I think that's just how it's going to be. No matter what you say to them, they just do not get it.
I
think it's like some people are meant to wake up, and just some people just can't and aren't. I think that's how it is.
It is nuts.
Yeah.
So we got, what's it? I was going to say something. It's about the mind to perceive, isn't it? And they ain't got the mind to perceive it. So like having the eyes to see. I know that ain't the full saying, but it's something like that. That's how it is. That fucking moon's wild bright tonight, you know.
Is it? I know.
Look,
yeah.
Can you see it where you're at?
I can have a quick look. Yeah. Hold on.
It's proper glowing.
Which way am I looking? I'm going to have to go in the front.
Yeah, man. No, it's proper bright. Beamed it up, the fuckers. Clear sky as well. Well, I'd say clear sky. You can see a little bit of fucking cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because my house is like, it's like my window's facing north and south, so I can't really see. So I have to like open my window and look out. Put my head out the window to see. But yeah, see what you mean.
Super bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
You won't need street lights tonight with that fucker.
What's that, mate?
You won't be needing the street lamps tonight with that fucker. We'll be able to see anyway in that moonlight.
Yeah. Our video, anyway, going back to like videos and stuff, you know, I can share my videos now, and for some reason my subs just don't move. You get to over 1,000, I can't get past 1,130 now, and I mean that's the most I've got. But I can share my hyperlink, my link to the video, in every comment under a video, in all the comments, and lots of hundreds of different comments, like I did when I started. And I guarantee I won't even. I'll be lucky if I get 1 or 2 subscribers extra, and it doesn't really push my views up at all. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. But I know some now. But a lot of your deleting any. Pardon?
I was just going to say, I think a lot of your community and a lot of your subs will be getting accounts deleted, wouldn't they? So you might be gathering 100 subs over 6 months, but you're probably losing 100 subs in 6 months as well, because they're all losing their accounts to people that
Yeah,
attach themselves to yours, if you get what I'm saying. Because that's how it is, as such, isn't it?
yeah.
The only reason why I suggest that, Drax, because when I got my account back, when it went, I swear it was on about 240 subs, which ain't many. But when I got it back, it was down at about 160. I was like, where the fuck have all of them got? So there must have been people losing accounts. Why
Yeah,
I was
mate.
gone.
Yeah.
Must have just been
Like
a ride.
Phil's gone, hasn't he? I don't know about Phil. I don't know what to think about Phil, but whatever you think about, he's gone. I'd say they've probably taken his channel down or what. I don't know.
Was he uploading?
No, he wasn't uploading. That's the weird thing.
He'd have took that down himself, and if you weren't uploading. So
Why would he take it down though?
You can if you go into settings, I'm sure. I'm sure there is a way. Don't you think? So I don't think I don't think anyone's got lost an account for comments, have they? I've heard of people getting shadow commented and that, but
I wouldn't have thought so. No, I've never heard it. But then again, you don't know because you don't really know because they're not making videos. But you wouldn't know, would you?
No, that is a good point. They're only going to be stuck in the comments, ain't they? So if I ain't reading their comments, I wouldn't know. Good point.
But I've never heard of anyone get taken down because of comments. So
you thought you'd come across one somewhere. Said the bastards fucked me up. I wrote a comment on such and such and lost my
interesting. Talking about this, the full moon in June and July, a second of the most important nights in the 16th century alchemist book of magic, alchemy. There was a website on the Cheshire Freemasons, and there's one of them is called Alchemy. Now, Phil's one of his name was Alchemy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he was on for magic and all that.
Yeah, he loved his historic magic, didn't he? I think I said it right. Historic. Did you see that post I sent you last night where you read it down one way and then read it up the other?
Read it down the one way and read it up the other?
Yeah, it's in your VK.
I'll have a look.
I don't think I could put it in the thingy, but if you could,
I need to watch that Poland one. You got the Poland one, haven't you? Does she describe what Poland was like, and does she compare it to England then, or?
Yeah. She goes into it a bit. She's only on there for about 4 minutes, but it's enough there for you to get a picture of what she's saying. She ain't perfect English, but I only found it for you because you wanted to see, didn't you?
Yeah. I'll have a look.
Yeah. But yeah, just above that one, I think there's a picture. I don't know if you could put it on the screen, can you?
I can't amazing. Put it on my screen because of the device I'm using.
You can. That's a shame.
I don't think so.
You read it one way and it's down. Like when you read it down, it's like depressing. And then when you read it up, it's fucking uplifting. They're saying fucking words. It's mad how it's all inverted, and it blew my mind away. It was literally the same shit. Read it down to down now. Read it up. It's an upper message.
Oh wow. It's interesting that one with C.S. Lewis, though, the one you sent, the one who wrote Narnia. That was a good one.
Oh yeah.
Showing about the children.
They're a bit pro-Trump in it, weren't they? But it was still good.
Well, I didn't read it all.
Yeah, they're a little bit pro-Trump, but
yeah,
I was thinking to myself,
no.
But the other
anything
stuff
that gets on the government.
The other stuff I could connect to what they were saying.
And when we say we don't support Trump, to anyone that's probably new, we're not saying that we support Biden or anyone. We just do not agree with government, do we, Lee? We don't agree with any government. We don't support any government parties because it's all just to divide and conquer, and they all get along with each other. You think Trump and Biden are against each other? You think, I don't know, Labour and Conservatives are against each other? They're not. That's just part of the show, innit? They're making you believe they're against each other, but they're actually working together. And off camera, they're all having a right good laugh at us, aren't they? While they're having drinks. Lee, I don't think I can hear you.
I'm here, mate. I'm just pissing about getting a link, and I'm going to put it in the private thing, and then you might be able to put it in the chat. That's to do with that, the children, what we're just talking about, so people know.
Yeah. I was just saying about the pro-Trump and Biden and all that lot, and Conservative and Labour Party. They act like they're going against each other on camera to divide and conquer, but when they're off camera, they're all laughing at us while they're having
Of course.
parties. You know, because it's all just a show. And that's for anyone that's new, anyone that doesn't know. Like, yeah, we don't support. I don't support. No one should have control over us.
You know that Tamara Magdalena? She had a video, I think it was last year, and you got Trump. I think it was Trump, Hillary. I think there was even Biden there. They're all having a fucking dinner, but it's like a mad social event. And they got the recording, you know, from one of these leaked things. But it was on a video. I could find it for you, I reckon. But I'm going back a year ago now.
Yeah.
So
I can understand that. I can see they probably all have parties and all sorts of stuff. I can imagine stuff like, you know, Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London. I can imagine him probably having a drink and a laugh with Nigel Farage.
Oh, of course, 100%.
You know, you can't, but average people won't see it. But yeah, they're probably, you know, they could. We obviously know that in the media, their act is to be.
Remember when they did that thing
to be for the total opposite of each other. They go against each other, don't they? They're completely against each other, everything they believe in. But I'd say they probably get together and have drink. They probably get together and have drinks with each other. As weird as that sounds, but yeah.
Remember that thing when they recorded Matt Hancock barging in? I think it was into 10 Downing Street, and he rips his mask off straight away. And obviously they let that out to the public on purpose, but that's like symbolism.
Yeah, to get a reaction.
Behind closed doors, we're completely different to what you see on the screen, aren't it?
Yeah, like saying that they're trying to. I think they want to expose the government because they want to get rid of it and replace it. So they want people to wake up and but only wake up to the point where the government's corrupt, but they think they can bring in something better, another government basically, and more controllers.
That's it. That's the thing. Years ago, so actually, it was this man. I think his name's George Green, and he was working, I think, as a Republican, and he went to this special meeting. They said he could have a new job, and he had to handle like the banking job in that year. But he weren't going to be on Republican. He was going to go on to the Democrats. And he said to these people at this special meeting, "But I voted Republican all my life." And these were like proper high ups. He said, "Obviously, you can't trust everything you watch, but it looked pretty legit from what I see." And he goes, they laughed at him and they said that basically they own both sides. And then he was like, "Well, what have I got to do for this? What have I got to do in this job?" And they were just like, "Just look after these books." And he was like, "What?" And that's it. And they were like, "Yeah, you're on such and such money." Then his 15-year-old daughter, she walked into the room because the whole family was invited. She went to the toilet, and when she come into the room, all these people were just gawping at her. And the man in the top like end of the meeting, he was like, "Yeah, but you got to sacrifice her." Huh? He was like, "Fuck that." You know, you're saying that in this interview he was having.
Sacrifice?
Oh, yeah, so they'd all fucking do what they wanted to do to her.
Was it Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, came up with the word sacrifice? We're saying much, probably all other leaders, probably Boris Johnson said it as well, but for everything we all have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
To achieve the Build Back Better or something like that. I think it was Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, said that.
Oh, they've all said that, ain't they? Proper programme, that one out there. The Build
Very
Back
much
Better.
Sacrifice. In the World Economic Forum, they've got an article about the Great Reset, haven't they? And the you alone knocking and you'll be happy. And one of the paragraphs is after everything we've had to sacrifice.
Saying the other night after all this magnetic meat getting pulled out of the stores and that, because people have been going in with the cameras getting all the magnets to stick to the meat in the store, so the store managers have had to pull it off the shelves. And fucking, it makes me think of Klaus Schwab when he said, "You will have one meal of meat a month and be happy." People won't even want that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And there's something else I was thinking as well. Yeah? Here's something else I was thinking, Jack, coming to my mind a few times, but it really came to my mind yesterday. You know, like they say about with the jabs, they do the like shedding and all that crap, yeah. But let's forget
Yeah.
about that for him. What else has Bill Gates put his money into apart from them jabs?
Farming.
And there's something else
Farmland.
as well. Do you know what it is? Something else as well.
Food.
He's been doing it.
Go on.
GM
Oh,
mosquitoes.
GMs. Yeah.
Yeah. They set all them out and they bit the fucking jabbed, and then the mosquitoes bit us. Is that going to fuck us up?
I don't know. Did they release mosquitoes into Florida or something?
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks back, weren't it? So then I just started thinking last night, would those little insects be passing around whatever's in these fucking jabs?
Yeah, because fucking hell, I don't know.
Because he's got his finger in both pies, any why? Why has he got his finger in the
He's got his finger in
mosquito?
everything, mate. He's got his finger in the climate change. He's got his finger in spraying the skies, the GMOs, the jabs, the farming now, and our food. He's everywhere. He's paying BBC. He's paying all the news channels as well.
Mm-hmm.
Money, so much money to spread his
little
bullshit.
Puppet for the rockers and the roughs, isn't he? Is their little puppet place.
And the shadow people. I think I call them shadow people. The cabal are like shadow people.
No, because there's no way one man would own all that. There's no way one man would own all that in the real world, because they're just
it's family bloodlines. It's something.
Yeah, they're supposed to be connected.
That's why I said about how it all goes down the pyramid into society, and you could have average people in the streets because
German Nazi bloodline that was all into the genocide thing back then, apparently. But I can't think of a name now off my head. I'd have to go looking for your fucking paperwork and that. But there is supposed to be a family connection to a German family that were well into all that shit with Adolf. You know what I mean? So
yeah, well,
probably
the royal family. Was it? I can't remember if it was. One of the members of the royal family was friends with Hitler. Had social contacts with Hitler before the war.
Yeah, can believe that.
It's like, what were they talking about then? And you think about when you look at how the bombings that took place, you know, the Blitz in London and all that. It's not the wealthy areas; it's the poorer areas.
Didn't she used to go by a German name of Beckenbauer before, and then they changed that after the war because they didn't want they changed the German Shepherd to Alsatian, didn't they? Because they didn't want to associate with any German stuff to make it look more real, I suppose, isn't it?
Proper sketchy, right? Proper sketchy. But you look at where all the like I was saying before, you look at the bombings, the Blitz that took place in London and even other cities. It's the poor areas. It's the poor areas that get destroyed. You know, they don't destroy the city of London. They don't destroy.
Apparently, Winston Churchill sacrificed Coventry for London because they knew if I don't know.
I know about Coventry. I know about that cathedral, don't they?
Yeah, they reckon it was a sacrifice or something, but it was all sacrifice anyway. All war is, isn't it? But you know, like the plot which they tell to the public, that's how they say it worked. Yeah.
So what I mean, it's all controlled. It's all controlled. They will probably have discussions about where we're going to bomb. What part of our
do you know what they were doing?
Want to bomb?
They were coming. My granddad was only a little kid. Yeah, they were coming door to door knocking. They were getting all the kids and that, and they were taking up to these like hospital wards. Yeah, keeping the kids there, and they were knocking all the doors to the parents saying, "We're taking the kids. We're taking the kids." This is a story that's like my granddad and my dad and that told me. But basically, they come knocking on my granddad's dad's door.
Yeah.
Basically, stole my granddad from him, took him to this hospital. My granddad was sat at home in his kitchen just thinking, I need my son with me through this war. I need my son with me. So he gets all fucking like ready to go and sneak up to the hospital, gets in there, gets his son, brings him back home. That fucking hospital got bombed and wiped out. All the kids died.
Wow.
Fucking nuts, isn't it? So
they don't give a shit about the working class people. They'll kill them if they want to. Simple as that. They don't. To think, in order to understand a psychopath, you have to think like a psychopath, and they have no emotions. If they kill the kids, they kill the family, young families. if the working class, they see him as little parasites or a little bit of mud on the shoe they need to get rid of, and they'll do it. So it's sad, and it's evil people, but that's just how it's thinking.
Now.
They don't have emotions like we have.
If you go around the outside of Cov, there's these gates, and you can still see the remains of where the Blitz was there now, you know, where they ain't even put them back together properly in that.
Well, not far from me is Sheffield, and Sheffield was really badly damaged in the war. You look at some of the neighbourhoods in Sheffield, and a lot of them are nearly flattened.
Fucking nuts on that.
It's where some of my family actually come from.
It is nuts. Everywhere would have got it now, I guess.
Yeah, but it would never like the rich areas, because that's what they do. I think what they do is Germany and England, English government got together secretly and discussed where they were going to bomb each other's countries. What areas do they want to bomb? What areas are we going to agree to bomb? You know, if you bomb my country, I want you to bomb these areas, and if I bomb your country, what areas do you want me to bomb? Type of thing.
Yeah,
but don't touch the rich areas. We know some buildings were destroyed. Some well-known buildings were destroyed in the war, but I think that was meant to happen. And when you look at some of the older buildings, like like in Berlin, you've got that Parliament building, and now at the top of it's like a really ugly dome on top. And I'm thinking about when you look about our energy sources and all that, and how some of the buildings probably produce their own electricity in the past. And I'm thinking, is it something to do with that? But some famous buildings were destroyed or were damaged, but I think it was still controlled. I think that was the controlled plan to happen.
Go back to Cov. The story was that Woodstock turned all the fucking factory lights off got them to turn all the factory lights off in Birmingham, because that's where the Germans were meant to be bombing, because it was the second biggest city. Yeah. But then they left the lights on in Cov, so that they made sure that got bombed, and they thought that was the second factory. But we know that would have been all plot. Was
they supposed to do Birmingham then or something?
That was the plot, yeah. It was supposed to be like, they were coming for London originally. He's turned off all the lights off for London. Then they've changed plot to go to the second biggest city. Then when they come to the second biggest city, they've turned all the lights off to that, and they've left Cov lights on, so that got blitzed. That's how the story.
Coventry was Birmingham.
Yeah, basically.
Well, again, that's just the narrative, though, isn't it? That's the narrative that we're told, but they probably planned all that.
Yeah, that's the plot, isn't it? Yeah, that's their little plot to tell the people. We know that.
This is what I mean, because as we know, all world leaders work together. We see them, we see all the world leaders have selfies with each other. They meet up, they talk, they laugh. And
you said
even Kim Jong-un had a friendly handshake with Donald Trump. It's all I think it's always been like that, and
he did say at the start, bro, it could be like we're on episode 21, series 21, or fucking whatever 21. Do you know what I mean? He did say that at the start of the chat. Isn't
it weird how it's called? Isn't it weird how it's called Agenda 21 though? Does that mean 21st century? What does it mean? Year 21?
But Agenda 21 was planned of recent, weren't it? Like in the last 30 years, weren't it?
So we're told, mate. But if it was 30 years, that means it would be still in the 20th century.
Yeah, so it could still be.
And then it's coming into the 21st century. Agenda 21. But then now they've changed it, haven't they? It's now Agenda 2030.
Yeah,
I think it was 1994.
I got 2050 lined up. I swear they are. Seen it somewhere.
They do, they have 2050. I think it's in the same three phases, mate. I think 2021, which I think we can see the agenda rolling out now, and has rolled out in the past year. Look at how much the world's. Isn't it amazing? They've got Agenda 21, and then all of a sudden, a year before 2021. The world has changed so drastically, and have pushed it. Basically, the world's moved to shift, hasn't it? It's shifted. It's incredible how it's Agenda 21 and that it's shifted for the year 2021. The world's changed over the last year in 2021, and I think in the next phase is 2030, Agenda 2030. So we're going to see I would say this decade, a lot of destruction and falls of governments and all sorts of stuff. Ready for 2030.
Yeah, man.
And then, of course, you've got 2050, and fuck knows what 2050 is. But then we've got 20 years of something else. These are the type of people that need removing from like power or whatever. I don't know how the fuck would do it. Like,
How many were left on the Georgia Guidestones?
500 million.
Imagine if that was all peaceful, happy people. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. But it is amazing. It does amaze me, though. It does amaze me still that Agenda 21 and in the year 2021, it is actually the year where everything has changed. No year in this century or these last 2 decades have changed so drastically like this year in 2021. So it's not a coincidence, is it? It's called Agenda 21, and all this has happened.
Did it change drastically for China, though?
I don't know. I think with China, I don't know what's going on with China at the moment.
Still, ain't they? They're rolling their jabs still, ain't they? So they must be having big changes still.
I think it's everywhere. Like,
yeah.
I think we don't hear some country. Of course, we hear about countries more than other, but it leaded me to the theory the other day about saying how you've got a group of countries, like you got the UK, the US, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Ireland. You know, we share information with each other's countries, don't we? And it gets shared on the news, and we talk about our group of countries. And then you've got another group of countries like the South American countries talking about it. And then you could have another group of countries like Iran, Russia, China, and even North Korea sharing their information and talking about stuff. And I think when you have these group of countries doing that, it kind of creates that divide again, doesn't it? So you've got one group of countries, another group of countries, another group of countries.
That could be the four corners.
They'll be saying bad stuff about those group of countries, and that group of countries will be saying bad stuff about that group of countries. So now it's not just one country. It's almost like before it was like one country versus another country, but now it's like a group of countries versus another group of countries. So it's almost like it's got bigger. You know what I mean?
You ever seen any Chinese on that VK?
No, have you?
Never. That's why I asked. Never.
I think it's the Chinese have their own internet, don't they? Of course, they have their own style because they're not allowed Facebook and YouTube, but they'll have their own.
No, they've got firewall.
I'd say it'll be just like what we have, but just Chinese. No different. I think they do have their own version of Facebook and YouTube and stuff. And I'd say they'll probably have their own truthers as well, like we do.
So say if you're English over there, you got to just stay on their net, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. You can use it. They use VPN, don't they, though? You have to get a VPN.
Yeah, of course. I have seen the trolls doing that, and obviously they can do that to get out of
there. It makes me wonder about these Chinese trolls. Are they really Chinese?
Be anywhere, couldn't they? Just acting it.
Yeah.
Vietnam.
I'll say a lot of them, probably a lot of the younger Chinese generation anyway will have VPN. But it's such a massive country, mate. Like there's 1 billion people living there. That's more people in Europe and America put together.
Do you reckon when the Chinese use the computer, they're buzzing because they ain't got to do all those drawings?
I don't know, mate. But like I was saying, China, mate, they just put it on a perspective. It's a massive country, 1 billion people. That's more people than Europe and the whole of North America and even Brazil put together. It's huge.
I think India and China.
It's almost like each province of China is probably like its own country, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think if India and China join up, they're over 1/3 of the planet, ain't they?
The world's population, it's huge. Yeah. Well, I think India, China has about 1.4 billion. India's not far off.
I was going to say that
already in China, what more than 1 in 7 people are from China, and 2 in 7 people are from India. It's crazy. So you have 7 people in the world lined up. 2 of those people will be from India or China. So
it's nuts.
Yeah, it is nuts. How it's all just one country.
Guess they
Crazy,
must be out
crazy. Because
communicating with
China
each other.
is actually bigger than Europe, I think.
Yeah, it does look huge. I
It's in
guess it's
population, definitely. It's twice as big as
yeah.
Europe, the whole of Europe.
And it don't look like they're all well, I suppose
Oh, it might be
Tokyo, but
nearly
that's
3 times as big, bro, actually, as the whole of Europe.
Beijing looks quite packed, but when you look at the other places, they don't look like they're quite crowded up on each other. I know they have got their mad license laws for how many babies they
Yeah,
have, ain't they? Just gone to 2 now, where it was 1 before.
yeah. I mean, we don't know how much of population's a lie either. It could be,
Yeah.
could be over exaggerating the population. We don't
Yeah,
really
just
know. Like, I'm always open to any theory, really, any possibility, because we don't know. So
yeah. It's like I seen one of those cyber attack websites earlier, and it's just flashing up with all these fucking attacks every second. I thought I don't even know if that's real or not. It just boggled my brain with all these names coming
yeah,
in.
there's doing
Might
loads
be
of cyber
legit.
attacks at the moment. Definitely something. We've got the exercise in a few weeks as well, mate. We've got an exercise coming up on July the
Oh yeah,
9th.
how long is that? That's what, on the 9th?
It's on the 9th, yeah. You go if you search Cyber Polygon World Economic
Yeah,
Forum, they've got a website on it, and it
yeah. I
shows
have
that
seen
they're
that
doing an
on
exercise, and it's going to be filmed live as well, so you'll be able to watch it live. It's just like Event 201.
They're going to do it live, the bastards. Was Event 201 live?
I think it was, yeah.
I
I
know
think
I've
it
got the
was.
recording. It's one of my channels, but I don't know if it's live. They're fucking cheeky bastards putting it live, ain't they?
Mm.
Like you said, what's
See,
live
they,
when you
they, they
fucking
they
see
put it
it?
in front of our face because I know most people won't see it and won't look into it because most people, of course, are asleep. They won't know, they won't have a clue what you're talking about. When you mention Cyber Polygon, they'll be like, "What?" It's like Event 201. How many people before all this happened knew about Event 201? I didn't even know about Event 201 before it happened.
No, I don't think I knew about the event. Well,
I
I
only
would have
found out
known
about it
at
actually.
the
I only
end,
found out
at
about
the end of
it during mid last
2009.
year. Mid last year.
2000,
So
I think 2019 at the end there, I did, because all the story was coming out of China, weren't it? You could see
yeah.
something big was brewing
But they
because they had
they
all that
did. You had
bullshit.
the Wuhan military exercise. You had the Wuhan military Was it a military Olympics or something like? What does it call it?
Yeah, you showed me that.
Military games. You had the World
Yeah,
Military Games in Wuhan in
that was
October, I think it
2000.
was, and then you had
Weren't the
Event
ceremony,
201 taking place around about the same time, and then suddenly,
that
all of a
military
sudden,
things, ceremony was all satanic, weren't it? On that military
yeah,
thing, I'm sure you sent me it. There was some predictive programming there, I'm sure. There always is on
oh,
those shows.
yeah. It was all sketchy. It was all sketchy, all planned out. You had Event 201 and the military games, and then suddenly, of course, they started to push the CV narrative, which I didn't think much of it really. I thought it was going to go away. I thought it was just going to be like that bowler thing, but no, they took it to levels like we've never seen before.
Wow, everyone reacted in a panic as well. Like, ah, fucking.
I knew eventually they were going to do something, but I thought it was going to be climate change. I didn't thought it was going to be this, which I still think a lot, a big part of it is going to be climate change as well.
You wouldn't think they'd pull it off so easy like that,
No,
would you? I don't even think they would have. I bet they were just laughing, rubbing their hands together.
that's why I'm saying now we can predict what they might do, but do we really know? I mean, these people know they know that people like us are aware of their games, so they could do. And what I think what they could plan to do is something unpredicted, like Twist.
Yeah.
I mean, for all we know, this Cyber Polygon thing could just be a big bloody mind game. So they're preparing us for something like this. We're thinking they're going to do it, but then all of a sudden they bring something else out that shocks us.
It's like I've always thought as well, with the Project Bluebeam, because it's like symbolism for alien invasion. Well, if you put the initials for alien invasion as AI, well, we've already had the AI invasion online, haven't we? So
AI
it could have actually been Project Bluebeam symbolism for the AI invasion.
Yeah, so it's already here. It's already happened. Or it's
but we just
now.
don't know. Yeah, it's in the process. The AI is working away.
Something's going on, bro. And yeah, like I said, like with the you know, how do they push it so much into every edge of the world? And it makes me think that you've got people, just ordinary people in society that are a part of it as well, have joined in it as well. Maybe they're getting money or something, I don't know, but know about it and have been brought up to know about it, but they're not like the swear oath not to tell. Because you think about all these false flag attacks that happen, you know, like Manchester, you know, remember the Manchester Arena bombing thing?
Yeah.
Well, they're all teenagers and all like college kids and everything. And they were talking about, they were all actors, but where did they come from? Are they part of the satanic cult?
Do you remember her on her bed? She weren't even fucking hurt, was she? I think the Queen went and seen her, didn't she?
Oh,
She
yeah.
was all,
I remember that.
I can't remember it fully now, but she was supposed to, like, I think she'd all healed up or something real quick time, and everyone was like, what the fuck?
It's like you see all these, it's like with Sandy Hook, what the fuck, the kids there are going to grow up knowing it's fake. I mean, who are they? Who are these kids at Sandy Hook? So how big is this cult really? How big is it? It obviously definitely goes into society. It's not just celebrities, it's average people as well.
It has to be to pull events off. But you've seen it on the jabs on Instagram. Remember seeing the post and that saying, we'll pay you, I think it was £500.
Oh yeah, we'll pay so much money to have a placebo done or something like that.
Yeah, to have a shot online if you're a pretty model and that. Nuts.
Yeah. But it's just like
that's
all these crisis actors. It just makes me think where they come from, because they're not just adults, the kids, there's teenagers doing it, college students doing it. It's huge. This group is huge. And when you look into Instagram and you just go on random profiles and you look at the symbolisms, a lot of them are doing symbolism.
But they could just be materialistically driven to do it, if you get what I'm saying, Jack. Just the material.
Yeah, but they've got to know. But they've got to be in some known though to do it, mate. They've got to be in some known to do it, or know something that other people don't.
So bad. Some are just docile and just do what they're told.
It's like the Black Lives Matter thing, mate. It's like the Black Lives Matter thing. It's like that was huge. That in university, and I had some people on my friends list that were pushing it. Like they were really. It was very strange. I was like, it's not like them to push something like this. Very strange. And they were pushing it and saying they were emotional about it. And I thought, what? Very weird, mate. Very weird.
My uncle's proper anti-racist, and I told him that Black Lives Matter to make a divide, and he's like, no, it's not. And I was like, what about White Lives Matter then? Would that be to make a divide? And he'd be like, yeah. But he's white as well, saying that, but he's a bit of a weird character at times.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, how big is it? How many people are in some known and are not allowed to and swear oath not to say anything? Are some kids bought up it from a young age or bought into it, and they're taught not to tell?
Brainwashed as well, isn't it? The MK.
Well, even in the cult, they're brainwashed, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, just like MK Ultra by, even like, you know, like a few years ago you heard about the acid attacks, yeah, when they were going around and they were all gangsters throwing acid at people and robbing them and that, yeah. Well, the theory was that the government just put them stories out at first, so then these gangsters think it's cool and they can get away with it, and then they just catch on and do it because it's programmed that idea out there into society. So it's not even really happened. But yeah, someone's going to go and do it because they've heard it's happened. It's like program them to be cool. You know what I mean? So
I know what you're saying with that, but I'm not saying all of them that does some of these symbols is in on it. But it's a strange thing that gets me. You get all these kids and all these families doing this crisis acting stuff, and you think, where the hell did they come from? Who are these people?
Well, you did
mention they've got to know it's fake, of course, because they're doing the acting on it.
There's going to be certain bloodlines which are going to be well aware, aren't there?
That's what I mean. Like, look at the Manchester one. Look how big the Manchester thing was. And how many people were saying that they saw this terrorists and all that, and that was just some random teenagers from college. I mean, who are those people? Do they recruit people from uni? Do they recruit people? Is that why the Black Lives Matter was so big at university and all the university students were pushing it?
Was she singing something like "I'll drop a bomb" or something in the lyrics when it happened as well, just to take the piss? There was some mad
There was
lyrics.
one. I think there was one girl called Jessica Pierpoint or something. Anyway, I researched her. She's doing the one eye. She's sticking her tongue out. She's even got one where she's putting a finger in front of her lips. And
Yeah.
she was one of the. I think she was a Liverpool or something like that. And she had a photograph with Ariana Grande, and she spoke out on, I think it was Fox News or something about it. And she was only like at college, but
that fucking song her and James Corden are doing it makes you want to be sick,
I
doesn't
know,
it?
bro. But what I'm
Fucking
saying, bro,
shit.
is what I'm saying, bro, is do they recruit people from uni? Because this Black Lives Matter thing was so big at
Say
university.
like, for example, I'd think like, say like, just for example, Ant and Dec, they were on Barker Grave, weren't they? So I would presume they would have had to have gone through all art school and that people would have had probably their eye on them, seeing how they get on, like Cheryl Cole and that as well.
Yeah.
And then when they sort of feel it's ready to reveal, maybe they take them to that next level.
Yeah.
Level,
So say
level
if someone at university, because you got student unions at university, I'd say they probably get recruited in there as well to a level. And of course, we all know it's on different layers of levels, so they'll be on a lower level. But
well, all them bloody pictures you were sending me, I was thinking at one point, are they sending synthetics into the fucking universities just to make it catch on? You'd never fucking know, would you?
But it's so big in uni though. Like they obviously known because some of them have got post. They know something because they're not just doing the symbolism. They're also talking about the sun and the moon and spiritual stuff. And even one guy, he's got a photograph behind him in his student hall of a fucking all the Freemason symbols. He's got a poster on it. Thinking, what the fuck? This guy's like 18, 19.
You know.
So what's really going on? Do you know what I mean? We don't know. And if you swear oath not to say anything, how would you know? And I'm not saying that.
Well, you wouldn't have a clue, would you?
No.
Well, we wouldn't, should I say? They would, but we wouldn't. We certainly wouldn't.
So I think some people are probably just born into it and are told not to tell anyone. And there's probably this secret word they're not allowed to talk about because they're brought up into it. They think it's normal just to keep it a secret. That's what they do. So it could be easily about 1% of the world's population are in it, or more.
Could they? Well, yeah, but definitely. Or have they just programmed them on the lower level? So they're all.
Oh yeah, it'll be lower levels. They won't. Yeah, they won't.
I'm just saying. Let me finish. I'll just say all of the people in the student thing and that are just dumbed down little copycats, and then the people which we are actually seeing in the limelight, they're the ones which they've got those levels to, aren't it?
Yeah, a lot of the teenagers that do this symbolism don't know they're doing it, of course. They just do it because the celebrities do it.
It's like the OK sign and that. They teach them in body language.
But the amount of photographs I sent you, bro, and there's some of the captions on it, you got to admit, are quite disturbing.
No, like I said to you, there's fucking bare dots to be connected there. It's not like just a one-off, is it? There's fucking many of them. Putting many. It's like they're all joining up in groups, going to certain places, and they're writing certain statuses or comments next to what they're putting, where you're just thinking, that seems a bit full on, doesn't it? It's like sending a message out there to the masses.
They know something. And I think there are a big group of people that know, and I'm sure there's a big group of university students.
But these are people that you went to school to as well, school with.
There's one girl. Fucking hell, I think she's definitely in it. She's got like the Masonic sun and moon, and she's doing one where she's got her fingers on her lips. She's covering one eye, and she's talking about the Kabbalah. It's like, okay, you know something. And this is a girl that supposedly wasn't even that intelligent at college.
Did you speak to her a lot at college?
Maybe they recruit some. Maybe they recruit some stupid people. No, I didn't really know her at all, to be honest. It was mainly one of them.
Could have done some sneaking about, like an inspector.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, like they could recruit some people that are haven't really got that much of an IQ, so they don't question it. They just do it. and they'll probably reveal some secrets, but of course only a tiny
They'll be
tiny
testing them along the
proportion
way,
of
won't they?
secrets.
They'll give them mad tests along the way, wouldn't they?
Yeah, probably. I'd say so. Like I said, this cult is on so much levels, and it might not just be one cult; it'll be loads of different ones, won't it?
Yeah,
but they all probably link.
I read something somewhere once where it was like, I think it was to become the second step at Freemasonry, and I think we've already said it on a live before, and the question was, how do you know if you're truly suffering? And the answer in the Freemasonry world was because people will be suffering around you. So that's that's one step for them, but then they'll be doing that all the time with other questions that we don't know about, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that'll be how they'll know who's worth taking up the levels and who's not, because they'll be doing these trick questions which no one's actually got a clue about. So the naive ones will stay at the bottom, and these ones that have got what they think's good for them are going to go up the ladder.
And that'll cause them to get probably like big celebrity status or whatever.
Exactly, because they've answered all their trick questions right on the way.
Yeah. And of course, they're tested along the way, and because I think what they do is they want to recruit the best of the best, don't they? So they've got the best of the best on their side.
And I reckon that's what
they'll buy it into it as well.
It does make sense in a way, because like if you think all the dumb people have jumped, no, I've got family members as well, so no offense to your family members here or anyone in the chat and that, but all the dumb people are ready to the vaccines, the jabs, and all of sensible ones just waiting back. Even people that were pro jabs before who have got a brain a lot.
Right now, anti-vax. Well, not anti-vax, but against this. Anti-vax is just another word in it to put a bit of
a spin to make it
negativity on it. But there's loads of doctors speaking out about it. It's overwhelming how many speaking out about it, that you've got an overwhelming amount of evidence there to show people, yet they don't want to look into it.
Of course, I'll put my hands up. I used to take up, well, it's probably about 13 years ago. I'll say 10, 15 years ago, but it's probably about 13 years ago I had my last one. And I used to be ill all the time, so I learned from my own experience.
Well, I had a flu jab at school. They were doing flu jabs at school when I was at school, bro. So that's the only one I've had, though.
You didn't get the BCG, did you? I'll try blagging my way out of that. They give you it's like a 6-pin prick. And then if it come up like lumps, and they had to give you this big fuck off needle. Loads of kids are passing out off it. They were. Yeah.
But like now, when I was at school, I even had a day off. I had a day off that day. But when I got back, they just gave me it. Said you need to go get your flu jab because everyone else has had it. Of course, being a kid, I was like, okay. It's amazing, isn't it? Really, how they want to get all the kids jabbed.
Got you in off your day off.
Like that. And you think about what's in them and what you think they're putting in the food and drinks and everything, plus all this. And you look now about the cancer rates, and it's like 1 in 2 people get cancer, and lots of people get heart disease, lots of people have dementia, and lots of people have Alzheimer's. I mean, where the hell did all this come from? Because I think this is all natural. Well, probably not on a level like we're seeing today.
Look in the natural world. None of them are allergic to half the things that humanity is allergic to, are they?
Yeah, exactly. I know. You don't see frigging animals wearing sunglasses, putting sun cream on.
Yeah. They enjoy the fucker. They're like, yes, this is what we're here for. So, yes, it's very true.
That's what the name we're all in. We think it's normal because we're living in this system. We think it's all normal, but
concrete jungle, as you mentioned before.
Yeah. I'm trying not to get worked up about it all, to be honest, bro, as well, because I'm like I've said, I've got this video coming up about it. It's trying to control my emotions, take a step back, and just watch the world around you. Because you think about it, we're awake and we've got front seats to it all.
Yeah, of course. So it's can't really say. Well, you could say exciting times because.
We were saying yesterday, weren't we, about it? Saying, we really do want the world to expose itself. I mean, do you guys, anyone in the chat or anyone watching, and you, Lee, as well? Do you guys really, in the next 40, 50 years, do you want to go the next 40, 50 years just of this world, just seeing this world as a facade and it not showing itself? Because I think it will drive all of us mental if it continues like this, not revealing anything. We see the world as a facade, and all it has to do now is just drop that facade and expose itself what's behind it.
Of course. Like you said earlier, it's like the pantomime. I just need to pull the curtain back.
Pull the curtain back, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go the next 40, 50 years just knowing the world's a facade, but it's not showing it what it really is, and continuing to push its facade.
You're not Jack in the Box anyway, bro.
No, I'm Jack out of the box.
Yeah, Jack out of the box. We'll have to do a new show for you, won't we? Get you a YouTube channel, Jack out of the box. It'll be a good one. Do little cartoon strips on it. But now there's going to be history made, isn't there? Either way, good, bad, neutral. History is being made while we're alive.
Yeah. We're in a time of change, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Big change, and it's now. I think the change is just beginning. That was this last year has been preparing us. Agenda 21, I think that's what it was, just to get us move that shift and get ready for Agenda 2030, which is about to play out within the next 9 years. I think, bro.
Soon come, won't it? 8.5, really.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, I'm still whatever. But it's fucking soon going to come in a tick. You don't believe how fast it creeps up.
No.
And I think today I lost about a fucking hour and a half somewhere, mate. I don't know where the fucking days go sometimes. It's like they zap my fucking clocks or something.
Yeah, bro. To be honest, I've been asleep most of the day. I mean, as we know, I think we were both up last night, weren't we? Just like talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to turn my days around a little bit because I do like the daylight. I like the sun and daylight, and I like to be out and about. But recently, it's like I'm staying up all night and then just going to sleep in the day.
Yeah, it's better for your body clock to be getting up with the sun, isn't it? They do say like if you go with the sun, it's healthier for you because like you think about it. If you wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, where's the sun in the day? It's in the middle of the sky, and it blasts your eyes like. But if you're waking up with the sun coming up, you wake up nice with the sun as such. So they do say that's the natural best way to wake up and the best time to wake up. The healthiest time for the human body.
Well,
we're made to wake up. We get put in these other routines, don't we?
When it's warm, I have my curtains open. So when I go to bed, the sun naturally comes and directly into my room, and I wake up. But sometimes it's like if I have a normal night's sleep, it's normally like I wake up about 4:30 in the morning because that's when it's getting light in this day and age. And it's a summer solstice tomorrow, so I might just do that. Well, it is a summer solstice. Yeah, summer solstice.
Yeah, it's coming up now. Where's it in view?
In only 6 minutes.
Where's it in view? The actual eclipse? Do you know? Is that over in Australia?
Fuck, I don't know, mate. I don't really know that much.
No, I don't. I ain't looked at astrology that much, to be honest. I think there's something over that side of the world there.
Yeah. I was watching that Percy Jackson thing again, and the second one, it's Percy Jackson and the Sea Monster, and they go to the Bermuda Triangle because no one really goes to the Bermuda Triangle. You know we know how they love their triangles.
Of course. That shit's.
I mean, who came up with the idea to shape it like a triangle? Why isn't it a circle or a square? Do you know what I mean?
A lot of shit's been told in history about that place, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's history.
Could be an interdimensional thing. Who knows?
I know. We wouldn't.
Yeah, it's something I'm actually probably interested in now is the Antarctica and the Bermuda Triangle.
Antarctica's good to look at Admiral Byrd. I need to go back and look at him as well and see what he said.
What's he called? Oh,
Admiral Richard Byrd, I think. Or I said that wrong. No. If you put that in Google, it'll come up with him anyway. There's loads
Richard Byrd,
of
Antarctica.
loads of periscopes about him on YouTube. I shared a few of them ages back. But yeah, he's had some mad talks.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
take
Ryan
everything.
Bird. Yeah. Admiral Ryan Bird arrived in the Antarctica. It's an old.
Can't say
He's
it says it's gospel,
1940s.
but it goes against what we're being told now, what he says. So there's probably a good chance what
Yeah.
he's saying is true, because it goes
Is it
against what
by?
we're told.
Yeah, he's got one on the National Geographic Society, but then there's one by British Pathy.
Yeah, that's it. That's
It's only a minute long. Is the one where he's talking about?
Go Periscope, I think. Periscope have got it, bud. Or it might even be that British one. I've got a longer version. You have to go down without his name in, but it's right near that video.
Does he talk about? Is it a 43-minute video?
Yeah, there's one 43 minutes, and I think there's one about 20, and then there's that 1 minute one you said. There's a good few of them actually, but when you watch one, the suggestions will tell you the others. Do you know what I mean?
What I'm going to do, Lee, is I'll put it in the VK thing, and you can tell me if it's the right one or not. But I'll be interested to watch something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, man.
I need to watch that Poland thing, because I swear you went out your way to look for that because you couldn't find it, could you?
No, well, Harry sent me, fair play to him. I couldn't find it. He sent it over.
No, it's good one.
Is that it?
Nice
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's
thank you. Tell him thank you for that. Tell him thank you.
Yeah. Oh well, it's black and white. It is, Jack. It's not in colour.
Yeah. It's black and white, is it?
You've just had me a colour one. It's not that one. It's in black and white.
I'll have to go to Periscope then.
Yeah, I think it is Periscope, mate. That's what my brain remembers it at. But then when you said that British thing, my brain thought, oh, was it that? Because I did used to watch that as well.
Because that's only a minute long.
But I'm thinking there might be another one in there.
I don't have a Periscope account.
I'll find up and it's not Periscope account, it's Periscope YouTube, mate. That's the name of the channel. Okay. Yeah, and then you go down the videos and it should be there. I'm sure it's that one. I'm sure. But like I say, if you can't find it, I'll find it for you. And I'll send it over.
Is it Periscope Film?
Right. Should be something there about it.
Oh, it's got quite a few things on it, interesting things.
Yeah, it's a really good channel.
Apollo 13.
Apollo 13 was on the same day as the event 201. 201 days into this year, 20th of July. That's when the Apollo 13 was supposedly landed on the moon, even though we know it didn't. It's funny they used that.
Quite interesting. The change in history the change. We know history is a lie straight away there, because of course they pulled the statues down and they're pulling the statues down and replacing them.
Yeah.
They're destroying some of the top of the buildings where apparently once we had free energy.
Book burning. I've still got about fucking 10 accounts I ain't had back, or probably more. That's digital book burning, isn't it? That's changing history.
Yeah.
Even that, it's just erasing me from history, basically, isn't it?
When you look at, there's quite a few things to talk about quickly now, mate. You know, when you look at the Library of Alexandria and how they burnt the book, supposedly burnt. Right, if you heard, you know about the Library of Alexandria, they had a library full of lots of wisdom and knowledge of years and years of wisdom and knowledge and all sorts of stuff. And supposedly they burnt it all down. It all got destroyed. But I think it was removed. It was a false flag, and it was moved to the Vatican archives.
Stuck it away.
Yeah, that's what I think. And of course, you know, you have the when you look at the Anglo-Saxons and England, the Anglo-Saxons are not naturally British or the real English. I mean, what happened to the real English people, like the real ones? You know, I think there were tribes. I think there were, you know, like what you get in Brazil.
Yeah, there was Celts, weren't there? The Celt tribe.
Yeah, and I think they killed, they genocided a lot of them and just took it out of the history and forgot about it. And because the Anglo-Saxons came from Germany and Europe.
There's a story told of Bodycab. I don't know again if it's true or not, but apparently her husband was a king. He was a Celt king, and He died, and then the Romans come and they raped all his daughters and raped this Boudicca. And she formed a big army of Romans together to go and fight. I mean, of Celts together to go and fight the Romans.
Is that the Anglo-Saxons? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, but then the Romans started paying all the Celts off, so they come on their side. So by the end of the battle, this Boudicca had got no one left on the side because the Romans had paid them all off to switch sides. So they reckon, like, they've done a song on it, Enya done a song on it, and they reckon that she had to decide whether to take her own life or let the Romans kill her. So she took her own life just to not give them the pleasure of killing her.
I think the real Brits, I can understand what you're saying, because I think the real British people, the real English, don't exist anymore because they're all killed out. Before the Anglos came, before the Romans came, the Normans, and replaced it. I think that's what happened. And I find
they say we spread to everywhere, don't they?
Yeah, well, the Roman Empire is what's going on now. The Roman Empire is basically continuing to this day, innit? You'd say, because it's all led by the Vatican City. All these roads lead to Rome. So it's still continuing today, and it's continued since. And I don't know. History is it's a story, innit? We don't know the truth. It's not called his fact, so they're always changing it. And I think that's what they're doing now. They're changing it again by course, like taking the statues down. That's changing history in front of our eyes, so we can see it taking place. And I'm sure it's happened all the time since the beginning of all this started, and that's why they managed to get away with everything, change their agendas, and
throw it all away.
Yeah.
Start again. Go back to the Ice Age.
I definitely do believe the real English don't exist anymore. They were all wiped out.
I can agree with that.
Killed.
Either killed or mixed in bloodline.
Yeah, or just the genocide. The culture was genocided, and are offered this new type of culture. Who knows? I find it very weird how if you look into, there's something about English. I think you mentioned it as well, didn't you? About the English language in like hundreds of years ago is barely recognisable to what it is today.
Yeah, well, I've shared a video ages ago, mate, and I couldn't understand the first fucking 10 minutes of it. It had subtitles, but just to listen, I actually thought, I'm not going to put the subtitles on. I want to see for myself if I can pick up anything. Could I? Fuck. Put the subtitles on, and I was like, wow. That's
we're the tribe of Judah.
As the time went by, it just come more and more like proper London accent now. You could feel it dropping in about 1800. It started coming to the accent years now. Again, like you said earlier, could all be manipulated, but I think these were recordings of some sort, but I don't know.
When you look at, of course, immigration could play a big role in changing of accents. I mean, now London, of course, with like Jamaican and all these different types of cultures coming all over to London, and of course now London's got this new accent, hasn't it, that it didn't have like 80 years ago.
Street talk's come along now because everyone's come from everywhere. So you get this new language appear as street talk,
new accent, and because it's now, it used to be Landon like proper Cockney, but now it's more like you're all right, bruv, nice to meet you, bruv, you all right there, type of thing. Probably shit version. Shit.
No, but you're right, it has changed and changed rapid as well.
What's that?
I was just saying, you're right, it has changed and it's changed rapid.
That's what I mean.
Sure it's like that all around the world.
Yeah, and I think they can do that. They can like get people to try and manipulate that. However reason, I think these people at the top know what they're doing. They've got a lot of knowledge that they hide from us, and they know that's how they get away with everything. As depressing as that sounds.
I was saying the other night, my mate Tommy, he's been down here probably, I think, 15 years now. And to me, he sounds full on Scottish. But when he goes back up north, they're like, "What are you speaking English for?" And he obviously don't know, but they certainly pick up on it. So that goes sense with what you're saying there about that's why it's changed because of immigration.
They could literally, if they wanted to, they could literally erase everything in this history and replace it with something else. And who would know? 100 years down the line, what they're taught could be a complete utter lie to what's really going on now.
Well, it will be, won't it? Because they're telling them lies now anyway. It will be, because they're telling them. I said it will be lies that they tell, because they're telling us lies now, the bastards.
Oh yeah. Like what's going on now won't be the truth. 100 years down the line, for all we know, our existence could be erased 100, 200 years down the line. No one will know what went on 200 years ago because they would have probably changed the history books or whatever. They can easily do that.
I've always thought that as well, because my mate, he works at a funeral parlour, but like you've got all these churches and that, and they're always packed full of fucking headstones and graveyards and that, but if you added up all the time that people have been here and how many billions of people have been here, would you really be able to fit them all in those little spaces?
No.
You wouldn't, would you? So not everyone's been fucking buried for sure.
No, it makes me wonder actually about all this, the ground and burying people underground. Isn't it weird how it's 6 feet as well? 6 feet underground.
Yeah. Gotta be the same.
Of course, we know hell. We're told hell's underground.
Yeah.
I mean, what's all that about? They can't change. They can't do shit with the Scouse accent. I agree.
Yeah, they get sent to hell down.
The Liverpool accent's the Liverpool accent, so can't change it. I think it's the same with Yorkshire, really. I don't think my accent can change. I think my accent is just how it is, and I won't change it. So.
Yeah, I was just saying, they send them down to have symbolism there, and they also burn them in the fire to cremate them as well, don't they?
Yeah. And does that mean they trap the souls or something then? If they do that, you think? Something to do with that?
I don't know. I think a lot of atheists go for cremated. For some reason, they get a fear that they're going to turn into worms.
I mean, like I know when your body's buried, it's buried in a coffin and locked up in it. I mean, is that like to trap the soul?
Could be. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. It's just weird how it's 6 feet, isn't it? 6 feet under.
Yeah. This made me laugh.
6 feet under, 6 feet apart, 6'6". All the social distancing, rule of 6, everywhere.
Does the grave stand for? Does the G on the grave stand for God? And it's a God rave.
Yeah, don't know.
When my dad died, I'm not gonna lie. I said to my mates and fucking, we did as well. To be honest with you, I said if he was alive now, he'd just want us to celebrate and be happy all day. And all of us were. We weren't down about it. We just made it like a celebration. But that's what they do in a lot of countries, don't they, Jack? In these African countries and that, it's pure celebration. They're not sad about it.
They want to celebrate the dead.
Yes, they celebrate it like a proper party. And that's what we did when my dad died. We're just like, fuck it. We're not getting down.
You've got those funeral dancers, haven't you, in Africa?
Yeah,
there's a famous funeral dancing group.
You got it. They do the mad shaking and that, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's like they're not doing a witchcraft, but it's almost like that when you're looking at it, isn't it? They're doing good. It's good omens and that. It's really good to watch. I like it. That's how it should be as well. Should celebrate it. Celebrate someone's life.
I like Murph's just put at least 12 of you fuckers have not liked this. Great. Your soul, impossible. Your soul gets trapped by the devil if you let it be. Yeah. Could agree. It's just a theory, isn't it? These are theories. We don't. I say to everyone, I do say to people when I come up with these possibilities, like they are theories, and I don't have a fucking clue because we don't really, do we?
Just throwing it out there. Just throwing a suggestion out there, bro.
Yeah.
We know they like to play with their fucking symbolism anyway, that's for sure. So everything's symbolism for them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's their downfall.
Yeah.
Because if they're doing it and it's been exposed, people will see it then. We'll see a pattern.
If they see it's believing, don't they?
What's that, mate?
They say seeing is believing. I don't believe that, but that's what
Yeah.
they're saying.
Yeah, they do say that. Well, see, I'm the type. I'm like I have to see it really, but it is notice when if I suppose if you notice things and you can
Yeah,
feel
probably
like
should give
something's not right, you can believe it.
You know, you've got a
There's
brain.
evidence there that there's evidence there that you know that make me believe that the world is that you know the history altogether is a lie, and you know it's all been manipulated to such an extent that there's so much stuff that's happened in the past that it's just been erased altogether, even in like 100 years ago.
You believe something about you have knowledge of some things you don't see there, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I mean,
Because obviously, you know, you've got a brain, and we never ever see that. So we do have knowledge of some things we don't see.
yeah.
Got to have a brain to be thinking, ain't we? Even if we're a brain in a jar.
Well, I
Stuck to a
suppose
computer.
seeing isn't believing because I believe there's a creator. I believe that there's something spiritual out there that you know we can't see. And
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I can feel it, you know, not like see it, but I can feel it in myself that there's something definitely above us, watching out at us, whatever that is.
On another energy field.
Yeah, whether it's Jesus or a creator or whatever, I don't know. Maybe it's both. Who knows? Who knows?
I believe Jesus is us.
Jesus is us, yeah, inside us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he paid for our sins, we pay for our sins.
Yeah.
That all these people waiting for someone to drop out to sky. They need to do it themselves, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think it's good waiting for a savior because you know it's like the Q stuff. Trust the plan. What's the plan? You know what I mean? What's the plan? They didn't never said the plan, did they? They just said trust the plan. You know, is it trust the plan? What? Whose plan? What? The psyops plan? Satan's plan? Oh God!
It's funny.
Computers plan?
They got everyone hooked. Well, not everyone, but they got all the Trumpers hook, line, and sinker with that, didn't they?
Isn't it weird how when all that capital stuff happened?
How that what, mate? Oh shit! Sorry. Say that again.
Isn't it weird how when all isn't it weird how when all the capital stuff happened and all that, and some of the Trump supporters were getting logged out of the internet and all that, and they were getting tagged and and exposed.
They done a thing on the building so they couldn't record live, didn't they? It was like a blocker on their phones. Do you remember?
Yeah.
No one. They could only record and save it to their phone.
And there was a live website as well showing where they all were as well. They could see anyone that was watching the lives or doing anything if they managed to get on. They could identify by you because they were had the smartphones with them because it's a smartphone, and they were identifying where they were.
Of course.
And I think there was even one that got logged out of the internet altogether. So.
Yeah, it's mad. I know a lot of people are trying to upload their videos from there and they cut off that day, but then they come back the next day and uploaded them after, you know, so people could see what went on. That was all funky.
Yeah.
I had a video of that. It showed it to bits. It showed that she didn't die. It showed the plan, all the signals between all the actors. Literally ripped it to bits. I don't know if the video is still up. I hope it is. If it is, I'll have to find it for you.
You had the same actors. You had the same actors that were. You had the same actors there. There was it wasn't just that guy with the frigging horn things as well. I think there's some symbolism to that as well. You had the Simpsons doing it, but predicting it. But I think it was. I think it was going probably to the Baphomet or something. I don't know. But he was inactive here. But there was a few others as well that were pointed out that were also part of like doing the Antifa protests. They're all actors, of course, on both sides. But...
No, it was all a script.
And didn't he come out and say as well?
She was on a Facebook that night or something as well, and they clocked it like about 10 minutes after she went on it. You know where it says active.
This is interestingly, yeah. Go on.
No, that's all right. I was just saying that Facebook was supposed to have been live or something, or could she have tweeted after? I don't know, but they left it proper
Well,
obvious for people to know.
I'm going to have to find this video because I remember watching it. Someone shared it, but this is very interesting. The guy with the goat, was it goat horns or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know what he was, and the guy that main guy came out and said, "I'm that guy at Capitol Hill." He did a video. "I'm that guy at Capitol Hill, and just to let you know, I'm quite high up in the military. I know stuff that's going on." And he went to talk about how we have had free energy and high tech that they're hiding from us. That was him, and he did a video on it. So that's another psyop there. And then he went to talk about. He talked about how I'm high up in the military. I'm quite high up, and he went to say that if you want to wake people up, we don't want to talk about all all the blood drinking and sacrifices and all that. People don't want to hear that. We want to talk about the free energy and the high tech and everything. He actually did a video on that. The same guy, and he admitted he's the same guy at the Capitol riots. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna have to find it, but it's another psyop.
When he walked into the Capitol, into the main thing, the fucking police officer escorted him in. He escorted him in.
Not only that, you have when the camera was pointing at one guy, the right time, and he said, "Yeah, I've just been shot," in the most stupid American accent you could think of.
Oh yeah, and it's all pretending it's pissing out with blood when it's a bit of tomato sauce on his neck.
Yeah,
he's not even fucking in pain, is he? He's just there like
pretending being shot. Right when the camera's pointing at him. Yeah, like you just go into the Capitol building and go, "Oh, look, this is fucking great. Hey, check this guy out, look." It's like, yeah, okay, sure. I mean, this should be the most secure place in the world. How the fuck did they manage to get in there in the first place?
They did something from Russia yesterday. It was like fireworks from a factory, but I only seen one video of it, so I don't know how legit the fire was or whatever. But I reckon a firework factory went up there. Now I reckon I heard this story before, but you could literally see the people as a couple walking past, staring at each other and not even caring while about 1 million fireworks are going off behind them. And I'm thinking, that's got to be funky, isn't it?
Yeah,
because it's like they're not.
I'll tell you where you heard that from. The firework factory thing. Beirut. That massive explosion that took place. Yeah, that was supposedly a firework factory. That was it. Yeah. And do you know that big food? If you look on Google Maps, there's quite a few food storing factories that were there. They're not there now because they were exploded in it, and it caused massive problems in Beirut for food and stuff. People started starving because
genocide.
Yeah, because that explosion. You saw that massive explosion. It looked like a fucking mushroom cloud, didn't it? It was huge.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fucking nuke at the start.
Did you ever remember saying when you were a kid, it's like Beirut out there?
I've heard of the saying.
Yeah, meaning there's lots of trouble out there. That's programming as well, isn't it?
But when that thing happened at Beirut, there were a few food storing factories nearby where they stored the food, and it was near a docks as well. That's interesting.
There'd have been loads of fucking CEOs and that bullshit making loads of games.
But then it caused a lot of cost the economy in Beirut. It caused a lot of problems with the economy because there was a few things around there. Didn't it cause about 300,000 people to be displaced as well? Something like that. I can't remember the story offhand. I did a few videos on it. I think 2 of them got taken down, believe it or not. And I think it was the one with the food factory got taken down. What?
I think that's happening in India as well now, bro, where they're all losing their houses. But that's to do with landslides. Lots of landslides going on, and they've got nowhere to live after.
Yeah.
India.
Yeah. Well, in Beirut, I did a video on it. I did in the Beirut video. I did a video on where it showed there were a few food storage units next to where the explosion happened, and how it's causing food problems around or people to run out of food, or what do you call it, a famine or a mini famine in Beirut.
Genocide, making
because of the explosion. But 300,000 people, I think, were evacuated, and I don't know if it made for 200,000 or 300,000 people homeless apparently.
Okay, now.
There's a lot of, I did a lot of stuff research into that. I forgot about it, so my mind's gone a bit blank with it. But there was
Yeah, it
so
was a
much
little
in it,
while
mate.
ago.
There was so much around that area that was
There's been
interesting.
that many
Really interesting
psyops
area
since
where it
then.
exploded. I think
It's
there'll be
mad.
more
Like
of
I say,
that.
I reckon
That
a lot of
was
people would
like
have
that
made.
explosion. What?
Go on. I was just gonna say, I reckon
That
a lot of people
explosion.
would have made. And there's a little lag. Shut up.
I don't know. I think it's all right. I'm talking now. You can hear me, can't you?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Is there a lag?
Just lagged this. There was for a second because I
Anyway, like
coming
I was
back on.
saying with Beirut, I did loads of videos on that, and I had loads of information on it, and some of them got taken down.
Well, they censored them, the bastards.
They took them down. Yeah, they took because one of them was about showing that where there was a food storage units nearby, and how
We
it
got a
could lead to a
strike.
famine in Beirut. But like I was saying, that explosion happened in Beirut. I think they're going to do a few more of them all over the world.
Yeah, I can agree on that. Bastards giving you a strike for that, though, when you're just telling the truth. Did you appeal it and not get it back?
Pardon? No, I didn't appeal it.
Nah. Should.
Didn't really
You will
bother
get
at
it
the
back.
time. It was near the start, to be honest, mate. It was near the start. It was when I was first doing videos. Well, not first doing videos, but yeah, I was doing videos a bit different then. And I probably mentioned something I shouldn't have, which I didn't like, which probably triggered. I don't know what it was, but
It's God now. Anyway, you got your
I
last
think
back, ain't you?
I think it was. I think I mentioned something like Israel in it. Actually,
Well, there
that's
you
probably
go.
why it got taken down.
Saying the J word.
Because I don't think Israel's that far away. Where it is, it's in the Middle East, of course. But oh yeah, Israel's really next door to Lebanon. They're literally next door. I mean, whether they fired a missile or not, I don't know. But that explosion was absolutely huge.
They'd have had their fingers in the pie to profit off it anyway, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
It's one thing for sure.
Yeah, I think there's going to be another one of them.
I reckon so-called rich made 3.1 trillion last year, I think.
The rich.
Everyone else. Yeah, I'm sure it's 3.1 trillion.
Isn't it weird how the last couple of years, a few years ago, there weren't even the richest man was Bill Gates, and he was on like 30 billion or something. All of a sudden, all these billionaires have started getting hundreds of billions of dollars. All of a sudden, so it only.
Oh, I think you're gone, Jack. But yeah, it is nuts. You still there? It's like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. I think we've lost you, Jack, but there's a good few of them. All got their fingers in the pie, making it big time. I reckon Zuckerberg. Well, I reckon Bezos will be the first.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back, buzzing. Couldn't hear that, and you cut out, so I just carried on speaking. Don't know what happened, mate. You're back now.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me when I said the first? Did you hear me about the first trillionaire is only in a few years away? Where the fuck do they get the money from? Did you hear that bit?
No, I was about to say
what I was saying is only I don't know why it cut out there. It's a bit weird because it said I had a connection problem, but I was saying that I don't know where I cut out, but I was saying that only 4 or 5 years ago, or if that, the richest man was Bill Gates with 30 billion. All of a sudden, in the last year or two, it's gone up to over 100 billion. It's creeping up to 200 billion. All these billionaires are overtaking, coming up to 100 billion, 200 billion. And in the next 5, 10 years' time, they said the first trillionaire will be around.
Yeah,
it could
I
be
think
someone
that's
like
Bezos,
Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos.
one of them.
Where the fuck did they get all this money from?
Fucking idiots. And then they're saying Zuckerberg will be the youngest, trillionaire, isn't it?
Yeah, so now not only we've got millionaire, first we had millionaire, then we had billionaire, and now we're going to have trillionaire. I mean, and then we've got all the countries, of course, with the trillions of dollars they make every year. What's after trillion?
Funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just weird. You've got all this money.
I was going to say something.
That should make anyone wake up to realise what's going on. When you
That's what I
say
was going to
shit,
say.
look at the division.
I've seen a post earlier that should wake fucking sheep up. When you're speaking and it come into my head, but it probably won't wake them up. It says, if the country's struggling and that, and you've got paid. No, sorry. If your country's sending money to other countries to help them, it means you're overpaying your taxes off the sit.
Yeah.
And people don't see it like that, do they? But this picture just fucking. It was only a simple little picture, but it just has a big story to someone that is asleep. But I bet they're still looking at that.
I tell you one thing that gets me. I think I shared a meme on it. Is that you've got a meme of Greta Thunberg saying, "My childhood was stolen from me," and then under it said, "No, these children's childhood was stolen from them," and it had pictures of kids suffering in Africa and struggling to get water and all that, which is true. This shows the division.
I reckon because you were speaking about the old fucking trillionaires, they blunted you out. They didn't want you to say it, bro.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. That. I said it anyway, didn't I?
Yeah, you got it.
29 people heard me, so
yeah, man,
that's good.
You got it off your chest. It was heard loud and clear. I heard you.
Yeah, it does that a lot.
They keep ticking up, and then Nepal just keep chucking it out. It
does annoy. I know it's not our fault, of course, but it's not your fault, Lee, or anyone that does it. It's just I think that's why they do the lagging sometimes. So when someone's talking, the next person think that they're quiet, so all of a sudden they'll start talking. They start talking over each other.
Yeah, it's to break the convo. I've thought that before.
Does it a lot? Yeah.
Bastards, ain't they?
People think we're crazy thinking that they do shit like this. They make the internet slow deliberately, and they.
It'd be easy to do with all the AI bots.
But they do. They do it. It's obvious they do it.
Just stick the little AI bots out there, isn't it? And they can just attach to the links. See, on my videos the other day, I think I showed you a picture. It had loads of thumbs down but no views, and you just know that's bots doing that because if a person had clicked on it, it'll come as a view, wouldn't it? So it has to be a bot that's clicking you down. But
I've had videos, mate. I've had videos where my views have gone down. It's weird.
Yeah. It's still on the bastard. I ain't bothered about it though. As long as people see it, that's all I'm
to be honest.
It says 10 on it and 100 people have seen it. I'm happy. If it says fucking 100 on it and only 10 people have seen it, then I'll be pissed off.
I've had videos where I've got like 2 likes and no views.
Yeah.
When I've uploaded them.
I noticed.
And then my likes would disappear. And then my likes would disappear.
It's like a new option come up on YouTube on one of my channels. I don't know if you've had this chat, but you know when you go on big screen on your phone?
Yeah.
You ain't normally got the comments there, have you?
No.
Now on YouTube, what they're letting you do, if you're in the comments, you press the big screen button when you're in the comments and it'll split screen it on you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what's happening now. So you can have half the side with the comments and the other half of the screen of the video you're watching. So you can scroll through the comments on the big screen as well. Because it lets you do that on the little screen, doesn't it? But on the phones, it won't let you do it on the big. It's like a new option that's come available. It's only on one of my things, so I reckon it's a little changeover that's kicking in because it usually takes a few weeks for it to go on every channel when they do these changeovers.
I wonder why they do all these system updates on phones and stuff. You've got a new system update coming. What the fuck? What's all this system update about? You know, with the iPhones and the smartphones and all that.
Yeah. They do it automatically after fucking time. You have to set them off, don't you?
Well, I've changed my settings so it doesn't update now.
Yeah, that's what I've done.
I've got it postponed. I only updates if I allow it, and I don't. But weird enough, however, my phone did update. Like I think was it last month or something, and it's now got the fucking QR code on it in the setting.
Oh yeah, you said this before.
Yeah.
And there's no way you can get rid of it.
No, it's just on there.
Okay. But what are you on, Bixby or something like that? Is it?
Yeah, it was Samsung. Yeah, and
Yeah, and that got the QR bit in there. Is it? I might even have it on here. Come to think about it. Or is it this? Is it on
it wasn't there before though, mate. My phone's quite an old. It is a smartphone, but I got it. I think it's 2017, 2018, so it's an older one. I don't want to get a
Yeah.
new one. In fact, I'm planning to get just an ordinary flippable phone if I can,
Yeah.
because I don't want to
You did
use all
say.
this smart stuff now. It's getting more intrusive. And get this. Hold on.
Go on.
I don't think I've got it. The NHS is selling data. It's
I know
selling
you got
data
to
to
opt
other
out of it.
companies.
You got to
Pardon?
opt out of it, ain't you?
You've got to opt out of it. Have you opted out?
Yeah, I've got it on my page somewhere.
I had to do a
You
fucking
don't.
letter though.
Really? Can you do it online with the little thing?
Well, I did it online. That's what I mean. You have to fucking do it online. You can't. They don't give you permission, do they? You've got to. They don't give you permission to do it.
Mm.
You got to opt out. That's what you got to do. You've got to say no, I don't want
Well,
this.
you've got
But if
to-
people don't know
exactly.
about it, then what about
So
the
you
people
got
that don't know about it? They're not going to know, are they?
nah. That's opting out of getting your organs donated and all sorts as well, isn't it?
It's like saying, we're going to kill you on the 21st unless you opt out.
Yeah.
And only a certain amount of people hear that. What happens
Yeah.
to the people that don't hear that didn't consent to it? Oh, they'll just get killed because they didn't opt out. Should have opted out. That's what they're saying, basically.
Mm. Did you hear what Matt fucking Twathead was saying the other day? If you're not vaccinated, I believe that you shouldn't get NHS.
Yeah,
Shouldn't get
no
any
NHS treatment. Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
it's a
he
horrible
said
fucking
those
dial.
people should
Prick, isn't
suffer
it?
with
Yeah.
their cancer. But people think that's just showing how vile fucking character he is saying shit like that, isn't it? Literally there in
But then you've
Parliament
also,
saying
it's all of them, mate. It's the actual system. It's the NHS as well. They're in on it, no fucking doubt. The big Freemasonic doctors and stuff.
like Shell says they're the sin, ain't they?
Yeah.
Kettle dry mouth talking away. But yeah, like Shell says they're the sin, yeah.
Probably have about 10 minutes, mate. I think I'm gonna.
No problem, that's good for me. I need to take Freddie a stretch and that anyway, so that'll work perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've loads and loads and loads of doctors, nurses, and that jack the job in. Jack, they just can't handle what they're doing. Paramedics, fucking. But we'll never hear that in the mainstream, but it is going on, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I
was just going to say, so many
day.
people have had the first one and coming out saying that they're all against it now, ain't they?
Yeah, they're not having the second one. Yeah.
Lots of people like that.
You get 2 chances. Well, kind of 3 chances, but 2 before. If you take the third chance, you die. You know what I mean? To do the booster thing.
It's like the baseball strike. 3 strikes, you're out.
3 strikes. It's 3 strikes for anything at school. You had formal warnings. 3 formal warnings. You're out. You go to the isolation room.
Yeah. What did they call it in my school? You had detention, expelled, yeah, and suspended.
Yeah, we had an after-school detention. So
yeah,
you had 3 formal warnings. You had 1 formal warning, 2 formal warnings, 3 formal warnings. You went to the isolation room, and you had to have an after-school detention for an hour.
Got 3 X's. 3 X's on the board.
You're 666.
Yeah, the bastards.
I think some schools are in it. I think some of the big headmasters are Freemasons. I mean, my logo, my school logo is it's supposed to represent the town and the villages around it, but the villages around it are pyramids.
That's mad.
Why are they pyramids?
They're all pyramid shaped in the badge, you mean?
In the badge, yeah.
Ah, yeah. So they've twisted it a bit in the badge.
Yeah, that makes me think.
It's
crazy how local it is as well, isn't it? It's not just like mainstream media and all that. It's local.
Of course.
It's spread like cancer all over the world.
Google Masonic lodges and that, you see all that. And then it's not just that, obviously, they've infiltrated loads of different groups.
I think it's bigger than that, yeah. Not just lodges.
No,
it's part of it.
Bigger. I think that's just where they keep a lot of their paperwork, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, I think the
So,
universities there's definitely something going on in the universities. I think they're
Yeah,
recruiting
mate, we know
students, I'd say.
yeah, I feel that. That'll be a bigger place than the Lodge because you're getting them young, ain't
Yeah.
you? It's true.
Yeah, well, like, they've got the student union, like I said, and they do meetings and all that. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but who knows, really?
Yeah, that's it. It's
I'd
only
say the
ideas.
professors, all the professors, especially at Lincoln. Actually, I went to Lincoln a few months ago, and they were pushing mask mandates on on the campus.
We had one science teacher that was called Doctor. Did you have any doctors as science teachers? Because I reckon that the doctor science teachers will be all fucking satanic bastards.
Well, they're pushing. They all push the frigging.
They're all misters
14,
about
is it 14.5 billion years old or something like that? 4.5 billion years old, the Earth.
Yeah.
So we're told in science.
Mm-hmm.
We're able to come up with that conclusion.
With their magic wand. Yeah, they can't tell us how. Well, they can set it up so my voice will hit you, but they can't tell us where the voice goes in the split second. Not even the split seconds between us.
Yeah, we're like 2 or 3 hours away from each other. We're like 2 hours away from each other or something like that.
And it's like the voice is teleporting.
Just often.
Just there.
Sound does travel very quick, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Very quick, mate. And they used to say with the light, that. It's the other way around when you're on the phone, isn't it?
It's very quick, it's instant.
It's nuts. The world is nuts. They can't answer everything, that's for sure. If you start going down to the quantum, it's like it's all a puzzle. And even the big scientists are like,
do you know what I believe? No, I don't believe it, but do you know what I think is? Do you know what I think is a possibility?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some force that's been hidden from us that causes all this. Some entity, some force. Maybe I don't know if it's something to do with black magic. I don't know.
On the spiritual.
Not even that. I mean, it could be something that's just hidden from us that's causing all this. Maybe it's quantum.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows, mate? You know what I mean? Well, I don't know what you think.
Yeah. Just feel like that at times it's brainwashing the masses, but
yeah.
That's the TV, isn't it? It's being a little quantum to them. Didn't that fucking Huxley dude say that the TV was going to be such a powerful weapon in the future? He was not laughing, but he was saying, "You think the radio is bad? Fucking wait till the TV comes."
He was right, yeah.
I think he predicted the internet, didn't he, or something? If I remember rightly, or basically explained it in different terms.
In the 60s or something? Yeah, very.
Basically said people will be imprisoned in it. They'll be imprisoned in it, and that's like being in the matrix as such, and it being stuck on the web.
Yeah, it's like they're creating a matrix on this earth, isn't it? It's like they're creating their own matrix, and of course now they're pushing virtual reality in some ways, like VR. Isn't it weird how VR's got in? If you look at the virtual Oculus Rift virtual reality headset, you have to have a Facebook account. You have to have a Facebook account. Yeah.
Bastards. But that's the one where you use your brain to read the TV. Is that the brain reading computer?
It's like virtual reality headsets.
Yeah.
Oculus
what about the?
You can play
are they
games
selling
on
the
them.
ones? Yeah, man. Are they selling the ones where the monkey was playing with his mind? Are they selling them yet?
Oh, the Neuralink. That's Elon Musk, Lee. That's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He's created a Neuralink where it's a brain chip.
Yeah.
It's not on that level. It's not on that level. It's basically just a headset, a virtual reality headset. But it's the fact that Facebook's got involved, and I think Facebook, maybe in the future, they could, you create your own avatar on Facebook, and you can wear a virtual reality headset and go anywhere in the world, or even like they could link it up with the Neuralink and fucking what Elon Musk is on. It's crazy shit. People, unless you show people it, people won't believe it. But it's fucking there. There's fucking evidence of where it's going. It's insane.
Walking around their Facebook wall, literally standing on their wall, waiting for someone to come along.
You think about why have they got Google Maps Street View? What's all that about? You can literally go anywhere in the world and just tour around the streets. And now you can even go in buildings and stuff and in museums.
I've seen my mate's car on that before.
Pardon?
I've gone to my mate's house on Google Maps before, and he's sitting in his car outside his house.
Yeah, no, you can do all that, mate. You can look around, you can go anywhere, and you can now even go in the museums and look around the museums on Google Maps Street View.
Go proper in on.
So where's this going? I've done a video on it actually. I'll have to share your links. I think you'll like the video.
Do you remember
but
Laser Quest?
You can even go up the Eiffel Tower on Google Maps Street View.
Yeah, man. Do you remember Laser Quest?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That used to be like the sort of Matrix thing back then, didn't it? Now it's all on the actual computer. Laser Quest is all right. I used to find that fun.
I used to go to Escape in Leeds, or nearly Castleford, I think it was, and we used to do laser. I did it actually for a birthday one year, one of my friend's birthdays. We went to Laser Quest. It was pretty good fun. It's quite good fun actually, but yeah, I know what you mean.
It's all changed the times, hasn't it?
Like when you look at stuff like GTA, Grand Theft Auto, and latest GTA 5, you can pretty much do all sorts of that: steal cars, buy houses, go in houses, even watch TV on the sofa. You can do that,
isn't it? So get the strippers.
It's another life, isn't it? Another life for people to play. Another avatar. Same with World of Warcraft.
They get the drugs, don't they? They get the magic mushrooms and the spliffs and that on that GTA, my mate.
Oh yeah, and you can go to strip clubs, you can have sex, you can do everything.
Yeah.
Play darts, play golf. You can do a lot.
People stand up stuck on it for fucking weeks,
that's GTA 5, and think about what you could probably do on GTA 6 and so on, and where they're going with all this. It's insane, bro. It's insane, and with the virtual reality stuff, they're basically creating their own world, their own version of this world.
That's why it's good to get off the web and get into nature. Connect to that.
Getting rid of everything on nature.
Well, we need to connect to nature, isn't it, bro?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Deep. Yeah, I remember as a kid getting a little fucking Mario watch, and it was just a watch with a fucking computer game in it. And for me back then, that was fucking amazing. And now I just think the kids get.
You probably look at that now and probably go, "Wow, that's a piece of old tech."
Yeah, they wouldn't touch it now.
It's like when I've got my MP3 player when I was really young, like I was at primary school, and now it's just junk to me. But I think I'll probably go back to it and when I get my computer, download music onto that. And
you gotta watch all the satanic shit on the TV with the song. You can just listen to the song and enjoy it then, can't you?
Yeah.
That is the best way. I like to listen to music and just put the screen away, because if you start watching, you see all the symbolism in that, and it ruins the song for you. Whereas you just want to enjoy your tune and be on a happy vibe, don't you?
Yeah.
But I do love my music. Music's medicine for the soul.
I love music. It does. It makes me feel better. A lot of it, but yeah. Even then, though, even when listening to it, sometimes you're thinking, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Yeah, you have to.
What do you mean by that?
Try and stay off the programming new stuff as such, and it's good to listen to old music. But a lot of the old music is still programmed, but there is like pan-pipe tunes out there, and people with their guitars.
It's got a lot worse. I think it's over the next last like 30-40 years, maybe. When you look into it all, I think maybe the last 30-40 years is when things started to take it. I suppose it's been going on for a very long time, but of course it's more in your face now, and it's only becoming more satanic as more people get involved in it. But in the past, I think you probably did at one time had a few celebrities that weren't involved in all this satanic stuff, and like you said, it all. And everyone now, everyone that's a celebrity is in the club. So what it's done is this cult has basically overtaken everything that probably once wasn't so in our face.
Well, they're symbols that all seeing. Oh, yeah, and back in the day, we had the radio and the cassette player. So when we listened to the music, then we weren't seeing that all seeing our bullshit symbolism, were we? We would have obviously got. I know there was programming in the music, like you can play tunes back, and there's all symbolism, and you can like get words out of it if you play it back in that shit in the old Beatles tunes, But what I'm saying is, because it's more technical nowadays, they can play with it more themselves, and they've obviously got even if they ain't got some supercomputers, they've got computers that will help them to produce the things so that they're done to perfection for them. So that they come across as a duality. So you've got a good side and a bad side. So that the public will just fall for the good side, whereas the the people that can see the truth will see the sinister side of what they're
Yeah,
showing.
yeah, yeah. David Attenborough's a fuck. I don't like David Attenborough. Most it's Sir David Attenborough. Yeah, no, he's a fucker. He is.
Some sirs
He's done
or
an
sir,
interview where he's closing one eye as well.
not surprised. I reckon
Is it
loads of people,
eugenicist? Is it eugenicist?
that his thing is all into eugenics.
In it weird? In it weird how we start talking at the same time sometimes? It's crazy. Yeah, he's a eugenicist, David Attenborough.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely part of the depopulation. He probably loves animals. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's just part of the agenda, selling all the climate change bollocks he's pushing. Nasty, horrible, evil man. I see straight through him.
Oh, that's what I was
You
going
do
to say.
too,
There's
don't you,
loads,
Lee?
of course. The sirs, like you say, there's loads of sirs. There's going to be sirs in other countries, but they don't get sir put on their name because they're not British. They're still sirs. They're still knighted. Yeah, there's loads of sirs out there. I think Klaus is a sir, isn't he? But they don't put it on his name. He's just knighted.
Just knighted. He's knighted by the Queen.
Yeah.
Who were they knighted by? They're knighted by the Queen then, or they're knighted by someone else?
Queen apparently, but
Wow.
there's probably another Masonic reunion go on as well. But yeah.
Probably Pope. I bet Pope Francis is a fucking Sir Pope Francis.
Gonna be.
And then of course you've got Lord, haven't you? Like, is it Lord Sugar?
Yeah.
Lord Alan Sugar.
Yeah. And he is a sir, isn't he?
Weird name, isn't it? Bit of a weird name, Sugar. Yeah. He's Jewish as well.
See you go. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are Jewish. Beckham's apparently Jewish. Zuckerberg's Jewish. Okay.
Yeah, they're all Ashkenazi Jews. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, bro. I suppose I better get walking this dog then, but if you're going to wrap it up, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up, I think. Yeah, it's been quite a good chat, actually.
Yeah,
so I haven't been too great today, bro. So I've been a bit off because I had a bit of a down day, but it's good that you've come on, mate. I do like a bit of it. What I'm going to do in the future is, if people want to like email me, like at lifetheoryseeking@gmail.com, lifetheoryseeking@gmail.com, then they can like do a live with me, because I don't like random people on, you see. I'd rather they like, because it just causes a lot of shit.
Yeah, just be an invite instead of
if people want to like request a live, I can do one with you. I'll do it with you as well.
Better than dropping down the link and idiots jumping up, whereas who's
talking pretending to put on a fucking American accent or a Jamaican accent or something like that. only to halfway through fuck up. Oh man, funny.
Yeah, plenty of those trolls. Plenty of those. But now, nice one, and thank you to everyone in the chat. I haven't been looking down there.
Thanks for coming on, Lee. As
always. Yeah, nice one.
As always.
Man. Nice one. All right, have a good night. See you soon,
mate. See you later. Right, I can look at the comments now. I don't know where to start. Every box has a tool. Yeah, it's a loser's spanner. I'll tell you something. If anyone in this chat has a problem with me, then say it now. Who has a problem with you, Leon? Hello, Bright again, as always. Unjabbed Indians are forced to wear. I've heard about this. Yeah, they're forced to wear a skull, and if they're unjabbed, in India, if you don't have the jab, you're forced to wear like a skull and bone thing around you. And coincidentally, the Georgia Guidestones was unveiled 1980. It's skull and bones, yeah, 322. I've got a video. I've done a video on that. But yeah, Indians, if they're not jabbed, they're forced to wear this thing around them with a skull on it, and to show other people that they're not jabbed. Does anyone have a problem with Leon? I mean, I don't have a problem with Leon. Does anyone else have a problem with Leon? I think he wants you to say it now if you do. So, Amazon, fucking Amazon. Yeah, I'm not keen on that country, Brazil. Brazil's a pretty fucked up country when you look into it. It's insane. 29 people will tell a friend who'll tell a friend. That's how we win. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the people, well, it's 27 now, but all the viewers that are on here, well, that's how it works, I suppose. Just share it around. Share any video you know that spreads truth and exposes what's going on around, and it will get to some. Even talk to people in the street. That's a good thing to do. Just talk to random people. Let them know where you stand. Suzanne, thanks for coming on. Steelick. Murph, when I was a kid, 1,000 was a massive and very few were millionaires. Multiple millionaires were unique, and I never hear the word trillion. Yeah, an apple was still an apple, only better. Real apple, one that you can eat, maybe. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? So now first you had like the thousands, and then you had the millionaires, which was obviously a lot, and now we've got fucking billionaires. And now they're in the hundreds of billionaires, and then they're saying the next few years it's going to be trillionaires. What the fuck? What's after trillion? It's where do they get all this money from? What is it? A load of bollocks? I don't fucking know. All I know is I'm tired. I wonder if humans will have an annual system update or die top ups. Like you talking about, like the Great Reset. Interesting. System updates, yeah. I mean, that's what you get on the smartphones and stuff. It just automatically update unless you change it. Yeah. In order to survive in the future, you have to have a system update. Well, I suppose in it, it's like the jabs, in it. They're going to say that every so often you have to have another new booster jab or whatever. Could go that way. Gas was gas, Lacey was Lessie. Yet somehow this shite we get today is shitter and more expensive. Yeah, it's like things are not meant to last. Yeah, they do that deliberately to keep you in fucking corporate shit, you know. They tried vax the masses, didn't get numbers, so decided double up on ones that got it. They're paid for, may well use them. Yeah, isn't it weird? Like I think something that was it like Canada ordered something ridiculous, like 400 million jabs or something. 400 million, yet the population's only 30 million. Like you think, why the fuck have they got 400 million? You know, and how many like how many jabs do they have to have in Canada? Paul will slap me. Do that. Nobody is doing you wrong, Bright. We love you, lad. No teacher should be able to detain you. Only police detention. Not even the police. Like it's just like corporate law, isn't it, Suzanne? I'd say like no one has right over you if you don't participate in corporate law. You know, like the legal system. I know it's confusing, like to see where I'm coming from, but like we've been indoctrinated to believe that people have power over us when really they don't. It's just an illusion. And the reason why we believe that is because everyone follows that lead. And of course, if you don't, then you feel like you're guilty. Okay, right. When we are all good awake people going to set up campsites for people that don't want this jibber jabber, yeah, like unincorporated communities. That'll be cool. Like little villages or something, like where we just they can't get to us. Like what we can do is we can have like a massive area, and all the people can go into that area that don't want to participate in all the stuff that's taking place, and the people that that are not part of that area are not allowed in, and they're not allowed to invade us. So we just live in peace. That'll be nice. But then again, is it like a prison? Because we won't be able to fucking explore this world because they've basically hijacked it. Teachers should have no authority to force anyone to comply, even in class. Nobody will learn what they are forced to. Exactly. You know, you're taught lies after lie after lie, and you're taught to learn things. I've got a video coming out about it, actually. I discussed this. You're not taught how to think, you're taught what to fucking think. You're told what's truth and what's wrong, what's right and what's wrong, even though we don't really know. It's like history. All you have to do is break the word down in history. It's his story, you know. Why don't they call it his fact? Because it's not a fact. It's bullshit. But yet we're told that history is all fact. It's just been brought down like Chinese whispers, or changed and manipulated, or erased and put and replaced with something else that suits their agenda. And we can see history's playing it, they're changing now. Like they're changing history now by pulling down fucking statues and stuff. It's like in Bristol, I think it's Bristol, they've got a statue that they pulled down with all the graffiti on it. Part of the agenda. I can't take the cold, so must be in the south for me. TV was bad. The web is their portal to their utopia. Yeah, TV. Anyone that's watching TV is not gonna fucking wake up, because TV just gives one set of information. It's one perspective in it. It's always one perspective, and it's their narrative. The internet's a little bit different, but I think that's going to change. You know, like I think the internet will be totally different in 5 years' time. Like you won't have access to all the information we can get access to now. I mean, we can already see the fucking censorship and all that, but let's wait and see. I didn't. I was more inclined to reject it and question why I was being forced. Yeah, it's a question everything. Don't let anyone control you. You even like your family members and people you love. You know, if they're trying to drag you into this, just tell them to fuck off. Tell them to fuck off. They've got no right over you. If you don't want to do something, you don't do it. Simple as that. It's up to you. It's not up to them. Let them know that this is a corporate entity that's ruling over us, and they have no say over us. It's not natural law, it's false law, and it's just a human concept. Based on experience law, but there is no peer review. Who listens? We covered the David Attenborough thing, didn't we? I think I've read all these comments. Am I? Oh God, there's loads of comments to read. They always talk about world depopulation. Well, why don't they start with themselves? Yeah. Night, Jack, Lee. Cheers. Take care. Thanks, Suzanne. If you want to come on, Murph, one day, you're welcome to come on. Like, if you know, you can email me or something, or even if you just drop a comment in, I'll put the link in, and you can always come on. Not tonight, obviously, but any other night. That'll be cool. You can come on, have a chat with your Liverpool accent. Thanks, Paul, for coming on. Thanks, Wido, cos in it. Wido, cos in it. Proper like slang words that. Love you all. Thanks, Leon. Cheers, mate. Tony Blair lives at 29. Red pilled NPC has good information. Yeah, thanks, Leon. Paul, again. Cognate Square in London. Hi from Canada. Right, Francine. Is it Francine? I don't know if I said that right. After Trillion is Brazilian. Yeah. Oh. People will die when their phone cred runs out unless you have an account. Is that stuff about the smart grid and stuff? It seems the way it's going. People are so dependent on these phones. It's almost like the fucking it's like their lifesaver, isn't it? Well, it probably will be in the future if they get away with what they're doing. New booster in September for willing victims. Yep, that will kill him. I'm sure that will definitely be the end of it. Anyone that takes that third one, definitely. Like I said, 3 strikes, you're out. Are you ready for cyber attack? Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I would say get prepared, get food. And remember that there's food all around you. You can eat dandelions and stuff. I've even eaten tree leaves before. Some of them are a bit rank, some of them are okay. They just taste like fucking salad leaves, but they're definitely you can eat them. And I've been storing food up for a year now, so I'm ready for it. It could last anywhere between, I think they said, 3 days and 3 months, from what I've heard. And what people need to understand is when they turn the grid off, it could be the water as well. And you think about this: if they turn the grid off and people can't get the food to the destinations and all that because the grid's turned off and they don't have any way of communicating with people, well, people are going to be left in the dark and all sorts of stuff. So this is the stuff we need to prepare for. And of course, if they turn the water supply off, well, where are you going to get the water from? And also, if it's connected to the system, that is there any what if you found there's any water sources near where you live, like proper, like springs, and also with the toilet, people need to go to the toilet. People need to flush the chain. How are they going to flush the chain? Shit and wee's going to build up in it. It's going to be horrible. Does that mean people have to shit outside? It's fucking crazy. There's some of the, we're ready for this. I don't know. I mean, Klaus Schwab said it's going to make CV look like a hiccup in comparison. So who knows? If the grid goes down, look out for the Facebook zombies. Yeah, and the TV zombies as well. Fucking hell. With the cyber attack as well, and the grid going down, they couldn't even introduce something else during that process. Who knows? Maybe the people that have had the jabs turn into zombies when it's during the blackout. Of course, the winter as well. It could be like really cold winter. Who knows? I don't really know, guys, to be honest. We can have ideas and stuff. I think we do have an idea they're definitely going to do a cyber attack. I know they have. They've got an exercise on it, so they're going to do it, and they'll probably do it this winter. They won't exist to get to us. That zombie thing, by the way, was a joke. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's weird how the CDC's got it on their website, though. Who knows? And it don't mean zombies like zombies that we see in like Walking Dead and stuff. It could mean just like people lose their shit or something and go mental. I mean, remember, I think Klaus Schwab even said about prepare for an angrier world. What does he mean by that? People get angrier. People start getting violent and stuff. Let's go off grid, especially with all this BS. Yeah. I don't mind to get rid of all the technology, and that's what I'm doing. When I get my computer, I know I'm getting a computer, but a computer is better than having smart devices, isn't it? I think you can have technology, can be good, but it's when you have too much of it, and of course it's in the wrong hands, and it's all evil. But like to talk to people and stuff, it's great. It's just when they're trying to like make it intrude on our lives, invade our lives. What is my story? That's a mystery. Yeah, my story, mystery, interesting. I like that. I like that, Murph. Loophole pilots so old school. The machine can fly. Machine. Have you ever heard of the Zeppelins? Zeppelins are quite interesting. I think there was some form of public transport that they just managed to just erase. I think they were probably everywhere once. They want to teach They want to teach transgenderism in elementary schools to confuse kids. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting, really, isn't it? What they're doing, confusing kids into what gender they are, and it's sick. It really is sick, and of course they're pushing all the homosexual and lesbian, gay, and all that as well. They're pushing all that. We accept transgender. We will accept trans. Yeah, I won't be fucking accepting them. It's all bullshit. It's all part of the agenda. Well, maybe you join Murph's panel, Jack. I probably will. If Murph does a live, you can send me a link and I'll join. Not tonight, but any other night. 29. 2 plod at his door. We can take away with a phone call. Let's go to their houses. Yeah. If I ever come across any of them, I probably won't, but if I ever come across them, I'll fucking knock them out. Honestly, I don't care if I get arrested. They deserve a punch in the face. I won't hesitate either. I'll just do it. I see him, I'll do it. All right, Murph. I'll look out for it then. I'll look out for your lives. I don't really do lives much. I mean, I only do them on here, really. I haven't even been on Lee's live yet. I think he did a live, but I plan to do more. But I only do it with people that I recognise, like Murph, Lee, Shill. I don't do it with just random fucking people coming on, because they turn into right mess. They do. Yeah, we'll get through it. I think, I don't know. I think so. There's a lot of people waking up and realizing that this is going on, and of course, right, when people lose faith in government, and they want to expose the government, and of course they want to. I think they want to like replace it, but if people have no faith in government, they won't want a government again. So I think we do have a chance. Zombies are brainless, massive, like the Vexed. The 4 dead BA pilots will be covered up. Everything's covered up. You could go on 5 more hours. I really am going to go soon. I think I am getting a bit tired now. I have many addresses, Jack, and I will come with you. Cool, nice one. This has been a good live. Thanks for coming on, everyone. Thanks, Leon, Bright, Murph, Suzanne, Loophole. Yeah, I could be wrong. I could be right earlier. I think Paul, Vancine. Don't know if I've missed anyone that's in the chat. Let's have a look. And obviously Lee for coming on the panel, as always. Thanks for everyone watching. And yeah, I'll do another live. I need to really upload my other lives to my VK. What I've done is I've privatized them because I don't want them taken down. Apparently, if you privatize them, they don't get taken down. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave this one up and see what happens to it. But I'm going to upload my other ones to the VK. And you don't have to have a VK account, by the way. You can just click on the link and it'll send you to my page, and you can just watch the videos. The same like Shield Destroyers on there, Lee's on there, of course. And I think they share a lot. They use it a lot more than me. They share a lot more posts than I do, but they do share a lot of good stuff. And yeah, I'll put my lives on there, and you can watch them on there. I think there's about 5 of them now. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming on, and hope to do a live soon again. I've got a few videos that I'm going to upload in the next few days as well. So yeah, thanks everyone, and quick advice, of course, as you all know, don't let anyone rule over you. Don't let anyone say they have a say over you. They don't. It could feel like they do, but they really don't. Don't feel guilty to say no. If you don't want to do something, don't fucking do it. It's you. You're in control of yourself. No one else is. And the government, of course, think they can fucking control everyone. They've always already lied about that, because now they're saying that oh we you do this, you do that, you do this. What if I don't want to do that? Do you know what I mean? So they think that their idea is that they want you to believe that people can rule over you, and they can't. It's an illusion, and they've done a good job of it, making everyone believe that they can. I suppose your parents, of course, like you respect your parents and do as your parents are told if you're a kid, you know, you're a young kid and you don't know what's out there, but that's it. No one else but your parents. Because your parents are there to look after you as a kid. But as you get older, of course, you're your own your own soul, your own I'll say person. I don't like the word person, but your own man or woman. You are yourself. And that's how it is. I mean, do animals rule over other animals, or do they just walk freely around the world and do as they please? And you know, and that's what it should be. But no, we have this corporate system that we're all part of and imprisoned in, and we have to work to survive and stuff in it. We have to go to school, and it's just bollocks. When you look into it, when you take a step back and look at it all, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit that's been forced upon us, and now it's got to the point, the bullshit, where we all believe it because we think it's all real when actually it's a load of bullshit. But thanks everyone for coming on anyway. I'll see you soon.